welcome back to the Jarden Mixed Pairs semi-finals we have this afternoon. I'm Simon Poplin. Joined with me is Brendan Walton from the lovely venue of the Howick Bowling Club. We saw a very good game of bowls this morning in the quarterfinals, where the Point Chevalier team of Alex Reid and Jenny Stockford defeated Steve Hoft and Keiko Kurihara of the Takapuna Club. We now have the interesting semi-final here, Brendan, of Linda Ralph and Rob Ashton from Carlton Cornwall playing Paul and Estelle Hickey. Now, the interesting part of this is the fact that Linda and Estelle are sisters. So this will be a very battle of the sisters game. Two very good and very accomplished pairs as well. Yeah, definitely. And on the men's side of the things, obviously those who are familiar with bowls will know that Rob Ashton has pretty much done and won everything there is to win in bowls. And Paul Hickey is actually the greenkeeper here at Howick Bowling Club. So playing on his home turf, and a very good result from him. And both of these two are, I'm not sure if I mean, obviously Paul and Estelle are married. I'm not quite sure of the status of Rob and Linda, but they are partners. Definitely. Long term. Yeah, so it's a bit of an in-laws battle as well. So plenty going on here, plenty of stories to tell throughout the game. We can see the players are just finishing up their lunch, making their ways to the rinks. You'll see in the background we've been joined by the second division now. I'm not quite sure who is playing, although I can see Andy Ellis there in the background. We're just waiting for the results to be updated downstairs on the computer, but we'll bring those to you once we have them. And a couple of the other updates from around the greens. So we're just waiting for the players to get themselves ready, and then we'll be underway with this semi-final. So a big thank you again to our sponsors, Jarden, who are the leading investment and advisory firm connecting people, insights and capital to deliver exceptional outcomes. Their services range from investment banking to capital solutions and wealth management. You can find them on by visiting www.jarden.co.nz. Yeah, we can actually show a little bit of a video clip here from Jarden. So while we wait for these players, we'll just switch over and let you guys see what Jarden has to offer, and then hopefully by the time we come back, we'll be ready to play some bowls. I'm wearing green and national.
Who you are never really changes. And it was clear who Ron Jarden would be. The Jardens, from Lower Hutt, were an average family who refused to be average. His mum was one of the best croquet players in the world, and his dad drove the fastest horse of the day. So no one was surprised when Ron set track records at school that stood for 50 years. Or when he bulked up at the lumberyard and earned a spot on the wing for Wellington. Or when he earned the famous black jersey, but after scoring 145 first-class tries, he retired at 26, never to play rugby again. Nothing average about that. He gave himself a year to learn stockbroking and started his own firm in the fitting room of a Wellington menswear store. And you know what? Jarden became New Zealand's leading investment and advisory firm. They help fund airports, power stations, iconic buildings, advising companies, governments and iwi, enabling homegrown brands to reach a global market. And now they help over 50,000 of us to navigate the highs and lows to reach our financial goals. Jarden helped Corrine and Mark invest and retire in Wanaka. And one day, they'll help the grandkids retire in Wanaka too. Because whether the future's about what matters most to you, or the next big thing, we're focused to deliver great outcomes for our clients. Whether they're the next Ron Jarden or anybody else who refuses to be average.
Welcome back. We're just about to get underway in the semi-final. Eagerly awaited battle of the sisters, Estelle Hickey and Linda Ralph. Two sisters, very good bowling pedigree, both of them. Brendan, they very accomplished in the Auckland scene. Yeah, look, plenty of big matches played between these two. Most recently, of course, in the centre pairs. Sorry.
centre forwards 2 or 3 weeks ago. Estelle taking the win on that occasion. It was a great weekend at Carlton Cornwall. Finishing off our centre events, we had the men's and women's pairs and fours played. All Carlton affair, obviously, in the women's fours final. Some first centre titles and a gold star for our president, Helen Blick, as well.
Excellent.
As well as a couple of other gold stars and first titles as well. So it was a real good celebration, feel-good vibe going into the Christmas period. And then, of course, we come back to Jarden now, or the Jarden Open Mixed Pairs, sorry, I should say, which just nicely closes off that Christmas break and leads into the Somerset Nationals hosted by Bowls New Zealand, which thankfully this year, for our travel budgets, are being held in Auckland on some familiar greens, including Howick Bowling Club here. Very picturesque club, so I'm not quite sure. It seems like Rob and Linda are ready to go. We're just waiting to see where Estelle and Paul are.
So just summarise the other quarterfinals we had on this morning. We had Lee Warburton and Keitha, who upset very highly fancied and defending champions Mike Galloway and Lisa Bordeaux. It was 10-8 last end to the home team, and they managed to hang on for the win. And Rob Ashton and Estelle Hickey, they beat Kevin Dixon and Leslie McLendon.
Yes, 18-14 in the end there. Linda and Rob defeating Kevin and Leslie. Paul Hickey defeating Jane and Dean Edge from St Heliers, 13-12. That was a very close match, and after we went off air, went down ringside and watched the conclusion of that. It was a very thrilling final end. And then, of course, as we mentioned, or as we saw on TV, Alex Reid and Jenny Stockford winning their quarter-final. On Division 2, which we can see in the background as well, we have Andy Ellis and Lauren Mills playing out of the Auckland Bowling Club, facing off against Frankie Lim and Catherine Bean. They're a composite side from, I think, Papakura, if I'm not mistaken, and St Heliers. They'll be playing on rink 4, I believe it is, closest to us on the other side of the Bowls Auckland signage there. Alex and Jenny play Lee and Keitha on 5. And then down there on 6, we have Catherine McCoey of the Waihi Beach Bowling Club playing alongside James Forsyth from Onehunga and Districts here in Auckland. And they play Nick Thompson of Mount Albert, paired with Judy Smith of Manly Bowling Club. So again, Nick and Judy coming through from that Section 7, very competitive. Dean and Jane being knocked out. Catherine McCoey's been a pretty strong contender in the national scene over the last 2 to 3 years. She's become a regular fixture at the National Champ events, coming out of Thames, and Thames Centre, I believe. Is that correct? It's not Bay of Plenty, is it? No. Yeah, it must be coming out of the Thames Centre. So we see her quite often at the National Champ events, and she also had a pretty good run at the National Singles last year, if I recall correctly. I think it was the Singles last year. Got down to the pointy end. But yeah, definitely the big story of this morning, defending champions Mike Galloway excuse me, and Lisa Bordeaux going down to the young guns from Howick. Mike just sort of said that didn't quite get the rub of the green, and when it's not your day, it's not your day.
We can't be far away. Here we go.
Here we go. Summary of the final scores. Takapuna 9, Point Chevalier 14, Carlton Cornwall 18, Royal Oak 14. The Estelle and Paul combination there, Howick, Carlton Cornwall 13-12 over St Heliers. And then last but not least, the Homai side defeating the composite defending champions 11-8. Cool, and it sounds like the players are now here and ready to go. So they'll complete the toss of the coin and we'll get the action underway.
Still a beautiful day here in Howick. For those that are not here, you can see the windsock. There's a bit of a deviation there, but as you can see, a couple of clouds. But that's about it. She's a pretty scorcher.
Oh, look, if you saw that windsock going on Friday, that is basically standing still. See Rob Ashton there walking up the green, taking his position up the other end.
Look, he plays a lot of his bowls in Wellington, so he'll know what a windy day's like.
Yeah, definitely. So
Wellington himself as well.
I was actually talking with Rob yesterday. He was in the section we had here at Howick. He said in his 40 plus years of bowls, he reckons it was the windiest day he's ever experienced on Friday.
That's saying something.
Which is definitely saying something. If I recall correctly, they were playing out at Te Atatu on the peninsula there. And if rumours are to be true, Te Atatu Bowling Club are now missing a fence. So, yeah, certainly a very windy day as we see Estelle play the first bowl of the semi-final.
Well, bearing in mind that Rob played a bit of juniors down in Wellington, but the same I did, and we played at junior forwards at High Tai, where the whole rink at rest, the bowls got blown off.
Oh, wow.
Completely at rest. There was about 70 hats got lost in the wind. So that is saying something for you. Reckon Theatre 2 was windy than that.
Yeah, no, I've always been very fortunate in my trips to Wellington. They seem to put the weather on for me, which
it's a
is
beautiful place.
Yeah, no, they look after me very well down there.
Especially Upper Hutt. Good start. So we've got the yellow disc bowls is Carlton Cornwall, and the purple disc bowls is the Howick/Carlton Cornwall team. So for those viewers, the grey team, and the grey shirts is the Hickeys, and the yellow shirts is Rob Ashton and his partner Linda Ralph.
And that's a great change of hand and correction there from Estelle.
This should be a good quarterly game, Brendan.
You know, we're definitely in for a treat here. It's been a pleasure in my last couple of years in Auckland, in my role with Bowls Auckland, to watch these two ladies play in many finals, and I've commentated a few now. They always put on a very good exhibition.
And you know, with Rob, he's a bit can be a bit eccentric at times. I guarantee there'll be something going on. A bit of flair, bit of flair in his game, would be fair to say.
Definitely an understatement.
So tidy pup and one bowl, pretty tidy first end from the ladies. Oh, it looks like lunch has arrived.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Great timing.
My man, Dean Bartlett.
Don't see a tray of coffees, though. Disappointing. Half a job.
So here's Paul Hickey. His first bowl in the semi-final forehand. Again, as you pointed out, Brendan, the greenkeeper here, so he should know this every inch of grass on the screen.
Yeah, he's done an amazing job. Paul, how it becomes the sort of flagship venue for many of our larger Bowls Auckland events, hosting our representative fixtures, our interclub finals, as well as hosting national events as well. So plenty of stress gets put on these greens throughout the season, and Paul and his team of volunteers do an amazing job. Probably some of the best kept greens in the country. Not without offending anybody else as well kept greens, but these are certainly up in the top 10.
Well, I think, look, we're fortunate to have 3 green clubs in Auckland that can have the capacity to hold events like the Nationals and those big events. Obviously, we're talking about Browns Bay and here in Howick, and they do get used, as you can imagine, quite a lot. But the greens seem to take it, and they say very well looked after and very well manicured greens. Always play very well.
Yeah, and especially when you've got 3 greens that are kept up to a pretty consistent standard as well. You know, quite often, that's not really fair, but you quite often go to clubs and you see that one green plays significantly better than the other. Howick is pretty consistent all round. The challenges across the greens here in Howick more so come down to the wind and the way that it swirls on the hill. more so than the quality of the greens. So yeah, a lot of work and hours and love get put into these greens here at Howick from Paul, and we always very much appreciate his services.
I'm assuming he plays. Are these Dreamline XGs? Are they?
I mean, at a glance, they look like Dreamlines. My bowls recognition skills are pretty good, but perhaps if we could get old Gus on the camera there to give us a nice close-up, we can tell you for sure. But
Pretty good start all round from the players.
I know Rob Ashton is definitely a Taylor SR. He's a Taylor man through and through. Played in the sponsored, or I don't know what you call them, there's the sponsored player list for many a year. Linda and Estelle both use older bowls. I think Estelle's are Vectors, and I want to say that Linda's are the original Dreamlines, or maybe that's the other way around. I can't remember, but yeah, definitely the older style bowl. Or I should say older. It's old for me, like late 90s era.
And look, Rob's one of the few people you see going around who does not wear a hat or sunglasses.
Yeah, well, we caught him with a hat this morning, though, so he's...
He said his arms were getting hot.
Oh,
so
right.
He put the hat on. Didn't quite get the rationale there, but anyway. Very good shot here from Paul. That's two good shots there for the purple team.
Oh, I've just been told on good authority that Paul plays with the Premier.
Greenmaster
Premier. Thank you, Chappie.
Rob's been through the gap between the jack and the bowl twice. So there isn't a gap there. Well, there is a gap there now, I suppose, but no, Lynn's walking away. No. So on the crossover, 2 to the team of Hickey. Very good first end, actually, to be fair. Brendan, isn't it? Good standard.
Yeah, well, considering we rushed them out finishing their lunch and told them to get out there to play some bowls, they've settled into the game very nicely. Although all 4 of these players very, very experienced. It won't faze them too much. I don't want to make a false statement, but I probably think it's the first time that Paul's played on TV. Whilst he is a very good bowler, he doesn't tend to play at the highest of levels because obviously he's very committed with his greenkeeping. So great for him to be able to have a lot of success this weekend, and obviously his wife Estelle very accomplished here in Auckland.
Oh, Paul's interested.
Just needs to clear that front one.
I couldn't quite see.
Yeah, just got around it.
Rob in his hat, my word.
Yeah, well, it's documented forever now on broadcast, so...
Yes. Oh, I guess they make a lie out of me, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's put it back on.
Yeah. So Linda, same sort of plan, really, just trying to draw and then get herself sitting there or something if she can.
Yeah, well, she's having a bit of a look here.
Got a bit of a way on too. Close. Rob's interested, calling it to hold.
Oh, well, he's...
Great shot.
They've got a good result.
Good
That
shot.
potentially one at least to Rob's bowl at the back there, maybe 2, depending if Linda's is just snuck in front.
Oops, easy.
I'm going to apologise to viewers in advance because I'm going to call Linda Estelle and Estelle Linda at some point during this match. So I'm just going to apologise in advance.
So definitely won that blue bowl. That is definitely the shot, but it's the other second shot.
Again, looking to draw around the outside. Looks to be on a good track.
Depends on speed. Looks to be fantastic. Grabs the jack.
Oh, what a bowl.
Great shot from Stell. Sister, beat that.
I do know that they don't actually enjoy playing each other. They're each other's biggest fans. As you could well imagine, they're very close. And they never enjoy knocking each other out of tournaments.
All right, Linda thinks it's too big.
Yep, that was the stop signal.
Yeah.
If anything, probably just a little bit narrow.
Actually, I don't think she's big. She actually wasn't that big, was she? Really?
Yeah, just for a bit of green. So 1 to the purple disc bowl of Paul and Estelle Hickey.
Good conversion shot there from Estelle there. after 14 ends, 1-0 to the Hickeys. This might be going in the ditch, I think, Brendan. Yes, it is. So for those not schooled up with the rules of our game, if the first person who throws the jack either makes it too long or too short, the jack goes back to the opposition lead and they rethrow the jack to be illegal. Got to be 23 metres from the point of the jack, sorry, the front of the mat to the front of the jack. That's might be going in the ditch as well. And if it's thrown twice incorrectly, the jack automatically goes on the 2 metre mark and the mat can be placed wherever the opposition like. There we go. As you say, the format today, 2-4-2 format. The lead plays 2 bowls. Both leads play 2 bowls, then they swap over and the next player plays 4 bowls, and then the lead goes back and plays the last 2 bowls. And basically the rotation is changed for the next end.
And again, we see the ladies playing with the ladies and the boys playing with the boys, as we've got a little visitor from Balmoral taking his 5 seconds of fame on TV.
That's a big magpie, isn't it? That's a huge magpie.
Huge magpie. I've also got a backseat commentator in the broadcast today. Brian Chapman's feeding me lines. He's just suggested that Paul doesn't go too bad for an old boy with 2 hip replacements.
Excellent. He's got a big bandage on his knee as well, squatting.
Well, yeah. And I've also been told that Linda's bowls are the older version red lines, whilst Estelle plays with an older style again, I say older, me being 30, of course. Estelle plays with a Drake's Pride.
Drake's Pride,
I'm guessing that's sort of probably a professional, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to get another text now that I've said something wrong, but
two good starter bowls over the head for Paul there. Might be unhappy with that.
Yep, so Paul with 2 sore hips and Rob clearly there with a sore shoulder. Giving that one a bit of a hiff.
Oh, probably sore if it goes in the ditch.
Yeah. Oh, it's a long way down.
Yes, it is.
Rob's had a very long career, which we could probably talk about all day, but the highlight of which probably being his 8 national titles, including an Interclub Sevens back in 1997, Super Bowl singles in 2003. Won the Interclub again won the Intercentre, in 2016 with Auckland. And then, amongst the rest of his titles, he's got the Peers twice, the triples, Club Chamber Champ triples, and the Club Chamber Champ fours. So plenty of national titles for Rob.
Was Peter Shane the two national peers, wasn't it?
Yes, Peter Shane in 2015 in the Peers. The other one in 2009 was with Ray Boffa.
Ray Boffa?
Ray Boffa, sorry. And the text is quite small on my laptop. It's quite far away. Playing out of Johnsonville at the time, and Ray playing out of Parapara Umu Beach. Well, he's also got an intercentre with Wellington in 2008. That's quite a strong side there. Kevin Rice, Rob Ashton, Blake Signal, Ben King, Matt Gallup, Bruce Henderson.
He started off his bowls career in England, back in England.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
I don't quite have those archives.
No. Again, we'll find that because the ladies have got older bowls, they should be going out wider past that yellow mark, which designates the rig size. Good bowl there from Estelle.
Yes, those that watched this morning will notice the addition of the Bowls Auckland signage on the green. We went and laid that out in the middle of the round, and then it was quite correctly highlighted to me that these ladies have the turning bowls, and they'll be requiring a little bit more room than what I'd perhaps given them. Yes. So, needless to say, all 6 of the signage boards had to be moved again.
Well, it's a pre-chalk one there, which is not ideal.
Yeah, confident there when you're pre-chalking your bowls.
So still maintaining that forehand line. There you go. Rob's seen it. Pretty good. A bit of way on, but still really good. No, very good. 3 very steady bowls there from Stell so far. Do we know who's the big sister, who's the little sister? I'd run with the Stell being the big sister.
Yeah, look, let me just watch my phone intently for the next couple of minutes, and I'll get back to you on that one.
Ryan Chapman or something.
No, Helen Blick's also feeding me some information as well. So between the two of them, they'll be experts on these 4 players.
They will.
And we can
Rob,
keep you up to date.
Rob, unfortunately, standing in the not ideal spot.
Yeah.
He's been on TV enough times to think you might realise.
Yeah, look, you know, if Gerard from the president of Carlton Cornwall is watching, there's some prime advertising space on the back of that shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
There's missed opportunity there for Carlton Cornwall Bowling Club. Oh, someone might have just told him.
Good, yeah, well done. That gives us a much better unrestricted view of the head. Thank you. So two, possibly 3, maybe there for the Hickey team.
And down on the backhand side again. This looks to be very close if she can clear her own bowl. It's just going to break in a little bit early.
So possibly 2 to Estelle on the turno, maybe 3. It's plenty of room for the boys to make a difference. The Paul carrying on down the forehand. Intently. He's outside that yellow line, which should mean to dictate he's on a good line. Yeah, coming back nicely. That'll be maybe just a foot out of counting probably. So Rob just be trying to draw one close. This will come home. It's coming over nicely for Rob. Shot here for Rob Ashton. Shot itself. Well played. Now, well, they've got no, Paul's just drawing. Obviously, I haven't seen enough of Paul's play to know what sort of shots he plays, Brendan. But there was a shot there, maybe to be a bit more aggressive and put the jack into the ditch on the backhand. But he's obviously decided that's not what he wants to play.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen a lot of Paul play either, to be honest.
There's a shot on the back, and say there's a shot on the backhand to either take the bowl out to put the jack in the ditch. He had pretty much 3 out of the 4 bowls over the head on the right hand side as we look at it.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw in the background of the previous round, he's not afraid to play up into the head.
Rob's high wide hands it, but that's one to the Carlton Cornwall team. So after 2 of 14 ends, we have a 1-all scoreboard. As expected, nice and tight scoreboard. There we go. There's the trophies. I'm assuming.
Yes, yeah. We've got the Jarden Cup, I believe, is the bigger one. I hope it's the bigger one on the left for the Premier Division, and then we've got a trophy there for the second division as well. 3rd and 4th just get a certificate.
Yes.
Or I think it's an optional certificate actually. They get a bank transfer if nothing else. Yeah, everyone loves a good bank transfer.
Loves a good bank transfer, quite right.
Yep.
So what sort of length again? So the mat's up probably maybe 1.5 2 metres.
Yeah. And it looked to be a fairly full length jack as well. There's the summary of the score for you. 1-all after 2 ends.
Must be a longer end.
Yeah, it
That's
must be
like
longer end.
Camera length. Think of that. Must be only 2 metres.
Great to see a small crowd here today. Obviously, a lot of people down supporting their friends and family in the other divisions as well. Bit more action going on the sea green. Couple more games being played with both divisions 3 and 4. And we'll be joined in the finals up here on the A green by the finals of all 4 divisions. And just for those of you viewing, we will provide updates on the scores for those matches that are being played on the A green only. So that is the semi-finals for the first division, or the championship division, and also now this semi-finals for the second division.
So, cracking start with the first bowl there from Linda. Always hard to beat that bowl 6 inches behind the jack rod line, isn't it, Brendan?
Yeah, especially when you're playing in these sorts of conditions where the bowls are turning so much. You've got to have your perfect weight just to drop in. As we say that, look at this.
That was not bad, just a shade shy. Good effort though, good second shot. Again, as we said before, it's about negating, getting your opposition, getting a number, getting a big score. So if you've got bowls around the head, even if it's not the shot, second or third shot's always a bonus. So Rob will never plays bowl with his hat on.
Right, okay, I hadn't noticed that.
He always chuck his bowl, chuck his head aside.
Right. Oh,
Well, is it me? No, it's you. No, it's me. No, it's you.
Wait, my turn.
Finally got that sorted. So Rob's still going to consolidate with his bowls.
I mean, interestingly for me, I probably, coming from Taranaki, probably know Rob a bit more from his Johnsonville days, which he's still a member of and still plays club championships down there regularly.
I think he still lives there, doesn't he? Where does he live?
No, I'm not sure. Or maybe he's between the two, but
I know he's him and Linda have been together for quite a number of years.
well, put it this way, I know that they were actually the last team to enter this event. We had a withdrawal on, we had a couple of withdrawals leading up to Christmas Day. I was on leave, but we put a call out on Christmas Day, and they were sitting on the couch watching television Christmas evening. And Linda saw the call on Facebook and gave me a ring, and we put them in, and now look, they're in the final 4. So
it's fate, isn't it?
Fate was very much on their side.
A bit of line here from Rob. Looks pretty good. Is he going to get there? Not quite.
And when I asked Rob about it on Friday morning, he said to me, well, I've got potentially 8 days at Nationals, and I've now added in another 3, so I'm probably going to collapse by about day 4 of Nationals.
Yeah, like the rest of us, is not getting any younger.
Yeah. But look, good little tune-up. Of course, we've mentioned it a few times. It's a good little warm-up going into the Nationals.
100%.
Although it's good you get a day in between as well. You know, while I mentioned Taranaki, we've got the Taranaki Open coming up not long after the Nationals as well. There's always a West End Sunday tournament leading into the Open, and I'd like to be pretty confident in saying that whoever wins that Sunday tournament never wins the Open.
Oh, thanks.
It's you know, if you're trying to play 7 days of bowls, why would you want an 8th day? My tradition usually consists of going out to Waitara Golf Club with a pack of lemonades and just enjoying my afternoon, preparing for the week ahead.
It's always a good tournament.
Oh, look, it's a great tournament. I've had the pleasure of having a pretty good track record at Taranaki, despite never having won it.
Well, Robert's just trying to. He's going to try and get round there. Is he just trying to be round his own one?
Well, he can even, again, either side of his own bowl, I think, is going to be. You're talking about the short bowl?
Yeah.
No, I think he wants to be just underneath that, to be honest.
Well, the way Linda's putting a foot out is if he wants to go round, but he is going under.
He's coming in with a considerable amount of force
Yes,
as well
bit of
here.
pace. He wouldn't want to chip it.
I mean,
Wow.
chipping it's not going to hurt his score, but it is going to open up the head.
Extremely much so, yeah. So two options here where you can Paul considers yellow bowl. Where's the yellow? White bowl over a couple of times. There you go. Rob put his head on.
Oh, right, he mustn't be playing.
Played his 4. Good weight. I like the weight that he played that. That was good. And he's actually in that with the bowl over the head. Which he,
Yeah, well, they desperately needed one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Beautiful scenes here at Howick Bowling Club.
Doesn't seem to be much breeze still. There's
No,
higher up the
it's-
trees. There's a little bit of breeze, but down below it doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be too bad at all.
Yeah, 22 degrees there we see on the scoreboard graphic. It's a beautiful day. I'm actually quite pleased to be sitting up here with the air conditioning on, to be honest.
Yes. So Stell's going around Rob's bowl, you would think, with her old style bowl. Shy.
Right. Yeah, and it's still the better percentage shot, I think, for Estelle is to play that short pile that they've got there and up into the head.
Looks to be more of a probing weight, doesn't it? Yeah, it was probing weight.
Yeah, probably didn't need to quite be that forceful.
Not drawing any shot.
Ditch. Yeah,
Just
looks
wait
like.
it's coming.
So you're relying on if you get the bowl onto the jack, but you're relying on your bowl following through to be in a counting position. Otherwise, if it doesn't, probably could be 2 or 3 now, couldn't you? Really? So if the jack goes out to the left, if you look at it,
Yeah, well, you could quite easily make it worse for yourself.
So even
Yeah,
that
especially
bowl.
with another bowl there now.
Just let it work. Onto yours.
yeah.
Pretty here.
So yeah, the danger here is if the purple disc bowl gets onto the jack and then gets obstructed by the shot bowl and doesn't follow through onto it. It's a better line, isn't it?
Yeah, better area.
Yeah.
This is. Wow, that's
Wow.
one way of doing it.
She's got one. Paul's put his
Has
put his hand up and he went, maybe.
Could be an umpire.
Straight away.
straight
the boys
away.
went, nah, well, not doing that.
Not too keen on
umpire,
getting
please.
down to
Yep.
measure that one.
That ground's too far down.
Almost
So
took
good,
out the
good news
commentary
for
table.
Wing. Good news for Wing again is it's two flat bowls.
Yep,
Nice and easy. Get
Get some of the
calipers.
use of his calipers.
Calipers out.
Yeah.
Well practiced on the calipers today.
Yep. I'm going to favour the purple disc bowl.
Look at this, the good two-handed technique.
Well, here we go. Look at that.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Now we're
Now we're cooking
talking.
with gas. Look at that. They are seriously old calipers too, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty ancient.
They are.
They actually don't have points on them by the looks of things either. They're
Look at
just
that. Yeah.
yeah.
But normally, folks, a pair of calipers would have a pointing out end to it, like a hitchhiker's thumb. Where they have just got straight edges by the looks of it.
Which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. It's just unconventional.
Oh, gone back to that one. A feeler gauge has no points, obviously, because it's a feeler gauge. Yes.
Ooh, there we go. So 1 to Estelle's bowl.
One to purple. So after 3 ends, 2-1 after 3. Good shot there from Estelle last bowl. She had obviously lovely weight, just enough to sit the bowl up and over. Is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? Yes, it is. So it goes back. The jack goes back on the 2 metre. The jack does not go in the ditch. He's brought the mat up a little bit further, Paul, this time. Yeah, past that yellow line, so that should be good. Still going a bit. Handy though, handy start.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Like anything Jack High is a good start, really.
They're
Isn't it?
Green
You've
Master
got
Premiers, are they? The white ones.
yeah, the white ones. Yes,
Green
Green Master Premiers. Yeah.
Don't see too many white ones of those, do you?
No, no. I mean,
Normally they're green or blue.
well, or bright orange as it seems at the moment. It seems to be the trend for the newer generation Premier. Purple was a really popular Premier colour back in the
Yes.
day. It's funny how they have the different runs of
Yes, they
colours.
do,
Yeah.
You do see in the modern game a lot of white bowls, don't you? Irrespective of the make. There's quite a lot
Yeah,
of
I mean,
white
Dean
speckles.
Edge from St Heliers plays with white bowls as well. That was quite confusing trying to watch that last game as to whose bowl was who. If you catch a glimpse on Rink 4 over there, Andy Ellis has got a set of Drake's Pride Conquests that are bright white as well. He's probably the only person in Auckland, I think, that plays with
Holes ball, how
Conquests.
fast shot?
Yes. Some of the speckles make it easier, but if the pure white, it's good to see.
And then, of course, Rob Ashton with his Taylor Bowls. Taylor, one of our Bowls Auckland partners. Neelish and his team. And we do have an offer for our Bowls Auckland affiliated players and members with Taylor Bowls via their online shop. You get a 10% discount code. I can never remember what it is. It's I think it's BAK10 or something along those lines. I'll see if I can find it. It's got to be on a piece of paper in front of me somewhere. I'm 95% sure it's BAK10.
It's good to have a partners with bowls, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's great that I think Bowls Auckland have a really good, I mean, obviously I'm slightly biased, but I think we have a really good partnership team with our commercial partners. Obviously Mulchek being critical for a bowler being out in the sun all day, Taylor being a bowls provider. Shade Systems now are really making big headway in spaces in the bowls community with the likes of Royal Oak and Remuera, Papatoetoe have just completed their cover now as well. Tiger Turf will be coming in to do their green in the new year, I believe. Yeah, and then obviously Blue Waters Community Trust have been a big part of Auckland Bowls for the past 20 odd years. So yeah, really cool to have some really relevant and also really involved partners in the Bowls Auckland space.
And it's great to have, for the first time today, a WSL team, which is Sean, Fred, 2 and Gus doing a great job with the cameras and the graphics and all the pictures, lovely pictures getting brought to us.
And I've also just forgotten the most important sponsor today, which is Jarden, of course, sponsoring this weekend. They've been sponsoring the Mixed Peers event here in Auckland. I believe this is now their 4th season. This is very much a flagship event in the Auckland calendar now. Obviously, the Trust's Open back in the day used to be the big week-long competition that everybody wanted to play in. Now we just have this shorter 3-day format that Jarden have thankfully come on board with. BAKL10, I've just been told.
Well, Linda didn't like this one. She thought it was narrow, but it wasn't actually narrow. It just didn't get there, didn't reach. She had another metre of weight, she would have been fine. It's a bit of an open end, this one, so far, Brendan. The bit of room for all contestants to get one close.
Yeah, it hasn't been the smoothest of starts.
Let's head in the right direction.
Yeah, very nice ball here from Estelle.
Well played, Estelle.
And not only are these two sisters very prominent in Bowls Auckland, but Bowls is in their family. Their mother, Anna, was actually a top South Africa. I mean, obviously the ladies of South African descent. Their mother was a very top bowler in South Africa, represented South Africa back in the day. She's still around. She's quite often, I wouldn't be surprised if she's sitting around downstairs somewhere. She's a very keen supporter of her daughters, always here watching them play bowls.
Excellent. So it's actually Linda's last or second bowl just made it a bit more tricky for her to get into the head to access the head on the backhand. So she's probably been forced to go to the forehand, which again, you've got to get around that front.
Oh yeah, that's a wide one.
It's a wide one. So the bowl at sort of at 2 o'clock there of Linda's is right in the way of her getting to the draw.
Onto the bowl, I can't see it there, Ross.
Perfectly to the draw, so it's a matter of probably just sort of another one close somewhere. Maybe Rob can play the aggressive shot and is pretty good on the drive. So it's a matter of whether Linda can get another bowl handy for him, so he can make that play. A little bit quick, but she's got a rest here. Probably second. Probably only 1 second though, I think. Rob's got the bowl at the bottom of your screen. That yellow, this blue bowl is there, so he might have an option of coming in between the white and the blue bowl and play a bit more of a probing shot, if you like, just trying to either sit the bowl out or grab the jack. Paul on the back end here.
Yeah, be trying to sit the. Oh no, they've got the shot, haven't they? Oh, that one. Thank you. Poppy can't make up his mind what sandwich he wants, so I'm getting in first.
What RB means.
Roast beef, I'm guessing. I'm hoping that CT stands for chicken teriyaki.
So that's cabbage and tuna.
Cabbage and tuna. Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it?
Oh, legend, and we've got a cookie.
And some cookies.
Serious, right? We've been looked after by these at WSL boys. Fantastic.
Hey!
Rob's on the
run.
played-
What a shot.
Yep, played the shot.
That's probably 3-4 shots now.
The front white one.
Or maybe the front white one, but
Probably.
certainly changed up this head big time, has Rob Ashton.
No, I think Estelle just said you're 3 down.
Still draw it here, take the weight off.
Happen if
Yeah, and I was about what?
the ball in the
Minute,
handy
minute
in
and
the
a
area.
half? Yeah.
So I'll be doing a solo commentary for a couple of minutes while Brendan scoffs his lunch.
Yep, I can confirm it is not tuna.
So, bit of pressure on Paul here now. Oh, he
Looks to be a bit wide.
He does.
Does turn, but
It's just the weight too. He's a bit quick. So maybe Estelle seemed to think maybe 2, possibly 3 there. So interesting. That's deceptive. Quite often deceptive. The bowls past the jack seem to be a bit closer than the bowls that are in front of the jack. So Rob on his forehand. Not sure is he get round the front one of the Stells.
oh, look, he's
Does,
played
it's
this
close.
very well.
Yeah. And if he gets a little bit of jack,
Probably don't want
gets
to
a
move.
little bit of jack.
Oh, look, he's done
how
that
much does
very
he
well.
spin it?
That's
Yeah,
all right.
That's a good shot.
Estelle has got a bowl behind
could be
there, but he
4.
has pulled it in. Oh, could even be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they're not looking at it, just the 4.
So good.
Oh, hang on. Did she have 5 fingers up?
I think she did have 5 fingers up. We'll get the call from down below shortly. 5 shots.
Yeah, 5 shots.
Great shots. So great conversion shots there from Rob Ashton. Sneaks them out to a bit of a lead of 6-2 after 4 ends. So Linda has brought the mat up. Put the mat up a bit more than we have been playing. And she jacks good.
There we go, some of the updates from the A-Green. Semi-final here is our TV rank. 6-2 to the Carlton Cornwall side over the composite side. The second semi-final in Division 1, the Point Chevalier side of Alex Reid and Jenny Stockford. Over the Homai side of Lee and Ketha. 4-1 after 4 ends. And in Division 2, it is Andy and Lauren with a narrow lead over Frankie and Catherine, 2-1 after 2. Nick Thompson and Judy Smith, the Manly Mount Albert composite side, two ends. So very early stages. Doesn't tell us too much really, but that early momentum can lead to bigger things. And a very loose start from both ladies here on the fifth end.
I'm not sure who invented cucumber, but they should be shot.
Don't like cucumber? No,
It's
cucumbers.
It's pig food, isn't it? Cucumber?
No, cucumber's beautiful. It's
Pig
good for
food.
you. Whoever invented beetroot deserves to be shot.
Beetroot's fantastic.
No, beetroot's terrible.
Beautiful food.
If I
There's a
wanted,
bit of a,
if I
bit of
wanted,
a,
go on, sorry.
bit of
Back
a
to the bowls.
loose. You're right, Brendan. A bit of a loose end from both ladies here. It's actually the mat's. It's actually quite a short end by the looks of it because the mat is up a wee way.
And the jack's a fair
and
way
the
up
jack's-
as well.
yeah, and the jack's a fair way up. So this is probably the shortest end we have played, and actually in both games so far. Though.
Very good.
This does appear to be on a better line.
Yes, didn't need to not much to beat. So very good bowl.
Yeah, good correction there from Estelle. Good sandwich. Get the nod. 2 thumbs up. So, as the boys walk down to play their bowls, Rob takes his hat off. Gets ready to play.
Go, gang. Be under it. Up to you.
How far is that on?
There's about a meter. Go around it.
Knees don't quite go down as far as they used to. Bit heavy with his opener.
Away from.
Obviously, it's a bit more of a shorter end because that was Rob was flying through with this first bowl, so and it was Linda that threw the jack. So whether she threw the jack inadvertently a bit shorter, or I don't know. Yes, that ground's got a lot further away over the years with Rob.
Otherwise, yeah.
Well, he's got a chance of giving a wee edge off Linda's or knocking it in. Handy.
Yeah, well, he's done quite well there. He's hit it pretty much dead square. Might have got a slightly better result had he worked off the inside of it, but I like Paul's delivery, very relaxed. Nice gentle swing into it. Just maybe lacks a little bit of follow through, but that tends to be this is potentially a controversial comment coming from Brendan here, but
Bowls
players
level.
that play on fast greens often don't tend to have a big follow through.
Yeah, one down.
The good news about Rob's first one is he's over the head. So I mean, any movement on the jack, he's passed, but he's a bit tight this time though. His probably weight wasn't too bad, but he was way narrow for what he was after, I would think. So Paul was looking at. I mean, if even if Paul beats that back bowl of Rob's, that bowl you can see right on 6 o'clock. If he can get just past the head to that in between the jack and that bowl would be ideal bowl. This particular shot he's got.
Yeah.
He looks a bit quick
Better
again.
to sort of you can chip in off that inside out. It's really good. This blue bowl and our shot bowl is
Whoa, he's done actually very well.
Two down.
Yeah, that's a really good effort.
Might be forcing Rob to go down the forehand now, you think, just trying to sit the second shot white bowl.
Well, you have to get something, Rob.
No. Wow. It came back a long way, but it was a long way through as well.
Yeah, just sort of seems to be playing searching bowls there a little bit. Just needs to slow down and get the draw in. Again, we talked about it in the first game, letting the bowl do the work.
I think Paul, I mean, this is an interesting shot for me. You think Paul might even think about playing on the backhander trying to bowl past the head on that side of the rink. So all to the right hand side, as we look at it, is all yellow disc bowls. And the way the hand's swinging, you get Estelle can, Linda could swing in there and drag the jack around the corner.
Yeah, I think so. Probably holding two, maybe three. Yeah.
Three purple disc bowls there now, I would think. I mean, Linda, to be fair, has got a rest to either the little white or the big white.
Yeah, I think both ladies will be playing down this forehand side. Trying to almost a race to the jack still. But as you say, Poppy, if Linda can trail that jack 6 inches to a foot, and puts the Carlton pairing in very good stead. Oh, that's far too fast. You see Rob react almost instantly. Well, now in Brendan's haul of risky shots, there's a bit of an opportunity on the backhand to drive the green bowls, spring the kitty through, because there's plenty of yellow bowls behind to catch, or yellow disc bowls, sorry, behind to catch. Both of these ladies, they might not be manly drivers, but they can certainly play an upshot. Very accurate. Yeah, a little bit of cover there, pushing the white bowl through.
Well, there's again, there's still rest there for Linda.
Yeah, it probably makes it a bit safer to sit those two bowls now.
But again, the length is a short length. I think there's sort of fooled them all, isn't it? Really, they're trying to get that line. This is way narrow, but depends what she hits. It's about nothing.
I think you're going to go through a lot here.
So we've three purple disc bowls at the moment.
Oh, see now,
One bowl to
Brendan's man brain, that yellow bowl's worth 3 more shots.
Got 3. Just draw.
But I don't think we're going to see that from these
Negative,
players.
Negative. No. Oh, doesn't like it. Too wide and handsome. That's it. Still a good return for the Hickeys. That's 3 shots, you would think. They can confirm, but three shots to bring the score back to 5-6, and we played 5 of the 14 ends.
The straightest bat positioning I think I've ever seen in my life on television.
It's about Simon Virgo, that's true.
Surely they give that a little kick. Must have done. Looks straighter now.
Well, it's gone shortish again. That mats up probably
Yeah, it's a good fair way up.
2 metres maybe, and that's 3 metres up, isn't it?
Could even be close to halfway up,
Yeah.
to be honest. It's
So maybe they decided, okay, this short end worked last time. It was a great opener from Paul.
yeah, that's a great start.
Very good. Because as we know, on a fast green, on a short end, it's so easy to be over.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And especially with Rob, he's sort of played that last end quite heavy, so you almost trick him into trying to take the weight off. It's very easy to start going under and over when you're trying to find a length. It seems Paul's jumped on that shorter length quite comfortably. Rob hasn't been able to take the speed out of the bowl.
How short is that last bowl, isn't it? The last bowl, how far short?
So it's forced to change to the backhand. Doesn't want to roll the bowl of second shot bowl of Paul's into the head. But as you said earlier, Brendan doesn't seem to be too much disparity between the forehand and backhands to the greens.
Oh, look, no, both sides are playing very nicely.
It's not quite going to
Just not quite the speed. And this is what happens when you start and get a bit unsure of your length. You start going over and under. Although, you know, to be fair to Rob, he's probably only about 1.5 feet, 2 feet out. It wouldn't, not necessarily a bad bowl. But certainly not one that he would be impressed with. A man with 40 Wellington centre titles. Very impressive from a big centre like that. A couple from Kapiti as well, I believe. No Auckland titles in his career, however he did win the Trusts Open, which, whilst not officially an Auckland title nor a national title, it sort of sits in its own little subcategory.
Good shot from Estelle. Very nice. Probably going to sit him for no, maybe.
That's not similar.
Even if you clunk into these, there's more of us than them. Where am I coming?
So Estelle on her backhand, just looking to sneak past that bowler Robs in the front. Good old handy. Good sider with the first one, no harm there. Meter through. She's got to sneak around Paul's one. She's got a goodie. She has. Yeah, another counter. So it's 3. Does give Linda obviously rest to sit on.
Fun tip for commentating, put the mic next to your face when you talk after eating your sandwich, and then everybody at home can hear you as well.
They thought they were blessed.
Yeah, well, everybody was probably quite happy that I disappeared. Yeah.
We'd be happy if Rob disappears.
Yeah, yeah. Again, the sponsorship opportunity, Carlton Cornwall.
We need to get our man downstairs to go and give him another nudge, I think.
Need a slingshot from our commentary position, eh? That would work a
There we
treat.
go.
There we go. Yep.
Hello.
Been given the old nod.
There's a penny and it's just dropped. Well pointed again. You come home from there.
Yeah, I must say, Paul and Estelle certainly putting on a masterclass in draw bowls here.
Short end, certainly their friend at the moment.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and it was that big drive shot from Rob that changed that fourth end. Bringing them back into the game. Otherwise, it has all been really one-way traffic from Estelle and Paul.
Got to bend a bit. It's going to bend.
It's going to get the outside one.
Got the outside. So not quite going to
Yeah,
make
wow.
a difference to the score. So Estelle just rinse and repeat from Estelle, really.
I'd probably go as far to say as they're holding 4 shots on the head again. Oh, something's got in their eye. Won't be the neighbouring rink because there's a sign up there to stop that from happening.
Great shooting. That's 4 great bowls from. Look at those. 4 bowls within 2 feet from Estelle. Fantastic.
Well, she's got a good result out of that one.
Yeah, it was always a possibility, wasn't it? Bring the old sit your own bowl up. So
Yeah.
from 5 down, she's to 1 up.
And you'd expect with all those catches behind, we'll be seeing Paul play a little bit of weight on the backhand. Maybe if he was brave, would.
Doesn't even need to be huge, does it?
No,
Just needs to
no,
be
it's
sitting
just
through,
turn that bowl out 2 or 3 rolls, and you've got your 5 back. State on display. A head drop there from Estelle. See if we can see the head.
Seemingly missed.
Yeah, must have missed. Took out a couple of the back bowls.
Unfortunately, not getting too good a viewage from the ladies. It's the same idea from Paul, obviously, just trying to again stick that ball through. Looks to be a better line. Here I'm leading.
Needs to swing.
He's got the jack. If he's got anything. He's got the jack. She's killed it. It's out.
Yeah, it's out. Yep, there the yellow line is the boundary, so it will be a replayed end.
That was that line.
Yeah, it's the yellow line. Yep, definitely.
Well, get the umpire.
The yellow lines make it fairly simple,
Yeah.
although proving to make it look awkward. So I think what's going to happen here is they'll.
They have to go back.
Well, they don't have to go back, but they have to play in the same order. So it
yes.
sort of looks like they're kicking the bowls back this way. So the
Rob,
boys will come down and start from
they
this
have to
end.
lead. The boys have to
Yeah.
lead off. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the trickiest part.
Yeah, and this is what I don't like about the 2-4-2 format is because particularly when you're playing your 4 bowls, you get in such a rhythm playing in one direction, and then it really changes that dynamic coming the other way. So now we'll see the boys play 2 bowls this way, and then the ladies play their 4, and we'll see if that actually has an impact on the game.
Well, you think, going last 2 ends, they would, Paul would bring the mat up and throw a short jack, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That would make a lot of sense to me, but who knows? That looks to be quite quick. To me, that jack. Look, I mean, I have to say, they've won the last 2 in, well, nearly, playing a short end, and we've gone a long end, so not sure.
Yeah, again, I'd say that's 3/4. The mat's up a little bit still. But again, I think it's also quite important not to let your opposition get too comfortable. They've played 2 short ends now. You know, the Carlton pair are sort of starting to get a bit closer, so they're now thinking, right, we need to just change it up a little bit, keep on top of the change. And without being able to see the jack on screen just at this present point in time, it doesn't look too far away. It's not a bad opening bowl. So Rob with his reply.
We'll see the wind's up now.
Yeah, you can see the wind in the trees now.
Winding it up, not quite as bad as yesterday apparently, according to Mike Galloway. You clean.
So Paul looking to make the correction with his second bowl.
Very goody.
Great start. 2 very good opening bowls there from Paul again. Just seem to have the advantage on the draw, building heads to Paul and Estelle.
Rob's on the probe here.
Yeah, looking, that's an interesting choice from Rob.
A bit of mud in the eye from Rob, eh?
Well,
The old skip fan lead.
as the players cross over, I'm going to step out of the commentary booth for a little while. And from having a greenkeeper on the screen to having a greenkeeper in your ears, I welcome to you the defending champion and now eliminated player. Sorry, Mike. Mike Galloway.
Did you have to say that? Afternoon, Mike.
Hello, Simon. How are you?
Very well yourself.
Oh, good. Yeah.
That windsock's getting a bit more action, isn't it?
Oh, it's probably pretty quiet. What has been in the last 2 days, to be fair.
I did hear that it wasn't very user-friendly in the last couple of days.
Oh,
with
it's been
the action.
been a bit of carnage on the greens the
Yes.
last couple of days.
Right.
It's been brutal.
The green themselves, they're playing nicely though, but just
Oh,
the wind.
green's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, green's very good. Can't complain. Yeah, just the wind today is not having much effect on the bowls as it has in the last couple of days.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are the greens looking? How many greens are you looking after now?
Oh, probably half dozen greens now.
Half dozen,
Yeah.
And
Keep me pretty busy.
are they being used for the nationals?
Most of them been used for the national. Yes,
Okay.
yes, which is good. Yeah. I think the standard of greens in Auckland is pretty good now.
I think
Actually.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Which is good.
We, my own club, Tekapuna, it's been running lovely. It's been running nice. Browns Bay's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, Brownsbay's always nice. Obviously headquarters this year. They'll be pretty good.
Exactly.
Yeah, 10 days in Auckland, trying to get 10 days of fine weather in Auckland will be a big ask.
Yes, exactly.
I think last time it was in Auckland, most of the greens were used were artificial
I think so.
because it
Yes.
pretty much rained every day.
I do recall. Yes, I do recall actually playing. We played out somewhere over the shore, and we all played an artificial. It was horrendous.
Yeah, would never have got finished if it wasn't for carpet greens.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the carpet greens these days are actually pretty good.
They're getting better all the
getting
time.
better and
Yeah,
better
yeah.
all the time.
They are getting
Definitely,
right.
definitely.
You don't want to have too many up. That takes away your job.
Yeah, I'll be out of a job shortly if
we don't want
too
too
many.
many.
Yeah. I think with climate change, there will be a balance. I think between carpet greens and natural greens.
Look, we had Kevin Hickle on this morning, and as he said to him, it's like as bowlers, we want to play grass.
Yeah, it's the natural feel.
100%.
Natural feel, yeah. It's a nice natural feel.
We start out playing on grass. That's what we want to play on. If
Yep.
you get to the stage where that you want to. 7 national titles. It's very nice, Michael.
Yeah, done pretty well to be fair. Yeah, it's been a good. Yeah, happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, it is to say a balancing act between getting play all year round for your
That's right.
clubs like
That's
clubs like
right.
Orewa, where they got more of a mature membership and they want to play all year round. So they created
And one of the greens has obviously got a roof on it, so
Yeah.
the weather's no factor.
100%.
You know, away you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you'll get more of those happening in Auckland as well.
Oh, hold on. I need some of the clubs to merge.
Yep.
You know,
they have to.
And some of them sitting on a lot of money. You know, maybe sell up and merge.
Yes.
It's got to try and look for the future. You know, that's what it's going to be. I think definitely.
Well, gone are the times where you just rely on your membership and the bars for your clubs to survive. You've got to take use of the corporates and
That's right.
hospitality
That's right.
events that you can do, which is great. And it is about more playing bowls, isn't it?
Definitely.
different,
It's an easy sport for people to come for corporate. It's easy for them to play.
There's no stress, no strain.
Yeah.
You can be old as young as you want, whatever fitness, no problem at all. So.
That's right. Exactly. And also the alcohol's reasonable price too, isn't it?
Is it? I don't drink alcohol, I'm not sure. So this has been quite a good game, actually, quite a tight game this one so far, Mike. It's they had, I was just saying to Brendan, they had the last two ends we've had the Hickeys played a short end, brought them out a bit and then played a short end, they played really well. Yeah, but once that end was killed, they went a bit of a longer end, which surprised me. You've had a few clashing years with Rob, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
Over the years?
yes. Rob, he's always been a pretty aggressive player.
Yeah, you always know he's going to have the weak,
Yeah.
weak probe, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I think they weren't even in the draw initially.
That's what Brendan said.
They came in at the last minute, and now they're in the last four. So hey,
Fate,
just
fate.
fate, just is what it is. You know.
I think Brendan said that Christmas Day, as you do, work on a Christmas
Yeah.
Day, Brendan, well done. Get a bonus from Bowls Auckland. He put a thing on Facebook, and Rob and Linda were sitting on the couch going, "Oh, we're going to play."
Just shows you, doesn't it?
Does indeed.
It just shows you, you know, and get on a roll and away you go.
So you're looking forward to the Nationals?
Yeah.
Playing-wise?
Yep. I'm just playing in the singles at this stage.
Okay. Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the first events of the men's pairs, so I can get all the greens sort of done, and then have to sit back a little bit and then play in the singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. No, I think the entries they'd be pretty pleased with entries. I think
I think they're pretty good actually. I think they're pretty good. Yeah. It's
But
a big catchment area around here for the nationals. you
But
know.
as you say, it's about getting 10 fine days in a row, isn't it?
That's right. That'll be the issue. I'm feeling here, but there's obviously enough carpet greens around to.
Yes.
It depends when it rains. To be fair,
Yep.
you know.
Well, two nice shots here from Paul. I haven't seen Paul play a lot, to be fair.
No, he's not playing a lot. I don't think he's playing
but
a lot.
he goes pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Obviously, being the greenkeeper here, he obviously knows how he played grass on the surface. But he's been pretty steady, to be fair, though.
Yeah. And Estelle's always a good player. She's in the reps for Auckland.
Absolutely.
She's skipping, I think she's skipping the fours, so she knows all the shots to play.
Well, that's what we mean, and especially in this format of the game, you have to have adaptable players.
You have to have a lady, obviously, who can play some aggressive shots, because you know she played the last 2 bowls every second end, and to be able to take a bowl out or play a shot. Definitely,
100%.
definitely, yeah.
You need someone who can attack, don't you? Not
Yeah.
just draw.
Yeah, definitely.
Vital component is that aspect, especially when you've got it's fours, basically. It's a game of fours, so.
That's right. Yeah, the 4 bowls in the middle makes a big difference.
Oh, huge.
Big difference. You can set it up for the person who's skipping. Definitely, definitely.
How many down, 1 or 2?
I just saying that before. Rob's funny. He never wears a hat when he's playing. He always takes it off. But he never, very rarely, that he'll actually wear a hat.
Yeah.
And all glasses, no sunglasses.
Just amazing.
It's
Yeah,
just like-
just people just like do what they do, eh? Yeah. You know, I couldn't play it without wearing a hat.
Normally,
Just,
look,
that's just
I mean,
it is what it is sometimes.
No.
Like your little things that you like to do. You know.
well, even on a cloud day, I'm wearing sunglasses, hat, just my comfort zone. That's what you used to. That's what you do.
Like I have to have a rag in my hand.
Yeah, me too.
If I haven't got a rag in my hand, I feel like I'm lost. You know, it's weird. We all have our little things that we like to do, eh?
Absolutely.
We're all different.
We are. We're boring for all the same, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
So Rob's, you know, as we know, Rob's not the placid player. So I'm sure he'll be coupled down. You might have a wee probe up the middle. You think here?
Yeah, he's
Just
never.
seeing some,
Yeah, he might be short. I wouldn't have thought.
Seeing some highlights of this end so far. That's sort of get back to live here. I think he might be a bit aggressive down. He's got third and fourth, isn't he? Oh, no,
That's a Stell's bowl, I think.
That's a Stell's.
Yeah,
No,
that
that's a
might-
pink. Is it? Is that a pink?
Yeah.
No. So he's got third anyway. So,
Yeah.
but he's got 2 bowls.
Got a catcher there. You might
Yeah.
just play through the head a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing too major. Doesn't look to be too quick.
It's a bit wide for what he's trying to do, isn't he? So must be 2 shots. Taking 1 shot's out. It's handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Both
Paul's,
at-
what's
both
Paul
at the
in
same end.
And what's Paul in this end?
I'm not quite sure what's happening there.
No, that's a little weird. The 2 ladies said, "Well, we're not measuring. You're doing it."
I know.
Obviously. And that looks quite miles, isn't it? Or are we seeing things? So you cut down the amount of clubs you do, or have you,
Oh, no,
you
it's
said
been
about
pretty
6?
steady for a while actually. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty steady. I've got a couple of guys that cut greens for me.
Yes.
You know, and that keeps it going pretty good.
Yep.
You know,
So what was a day entail for Mike Galloway? Get up at
early,
6.
early start. Yeah, daylight. Yeah. Well, the best time of the day is to get. You know, if we're going to spray greens and do things, there's no wind.
Yeah.
You know, it gets in the afternoon. It's pretty hot. You can't do a lot of the stuff on the greens when it's in the afternoon. It's too hot to cut and spray. So
So
sort of
crack a dawn up. Go
yeah,
to what?
between 6
whatever
and
first.
between 6 and 11, so
Yep.
it's pretty full on.
Get the first
cut-
club.
First club, yeah, cutting and spraying and just trying to
And
trying to keep ahead of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
you
Follow
know.
the pattern around.
Follow the pattern around.
Yeah.
And in Auckland, the weathers can change dramatically. So you got, as I say, you got to try and be ahead of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
You know, especially on natural services. It's different parts of Auckland, different climates.
Yep.
It's quite amazing how different parts of Auckland can be completely different.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look, I live in New Lynn, and we can have fine weather where we are, and then say like half an hour it's pouring rain.
I know. Or vice versa, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
know,
you think, oh, we had rain today,
I know,
but what?
I know.
Nothing.
Yeah. You know, we've got, we get the fungus, we get the rain,
Yes.
the humidity.
Yep.
You know, it's hard to.
So what's your hardest beast to maintain? Is it keep the fungus out of the greens? What is it? What's
It's probably
what's
the
bane of your life?
It's probably the weather. You see, the forecast. You look at the forecast, you think it's not going to rain tomorrow, or it's going to rain, and
Yep.
it's completely different. You turn the water down, or you turn the water up, and then it rains, and
So when you're spraying, you don't want water, do you? Do you do, or you do? when you spray?
Not normally. Not normally. Most
So you want it dry when you
most
spray?
sprays you want no wind
Dry spray.
and a dry spray. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why first thing in the morning, normally the weather's there's no wind.
Calmer in the morning.
It's calmer in the mornings, definitely. Yeah, and it's nice and cool as well.
Yes.
For the green.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, we're getting temperatures, you know, anything over 24, 25. It's getting pretty hot.
Yep.
And if you're sweating, the green's obviously sweating too, and it can change.
Yes.
You know, you're standing all over it. You
Yep.
know. I suppose with stale weed, it's a little bit easier. It's a bit more consistent with
Is
with
that the best surface to maintain for a greenkeeper?
Yeah, I think in Auckland it's probably more of a hardier plant. The Manitoto can sweat.
Yes.
And change speed up here. You know, but a lot of clubs are going for the mixture now.
Yes.
The best of both plants.
Yep.
And I think that's probably where it's going to head. I think.
Okay.
You know, especially with climate change.
So that's not the same around the countryside, is it? It's
No.
different countryside?
The further north is more starweed. The further south is more Manitoto. It's just the climate. I think it's more. You know, the South Island gets the colder winters.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a climate thing.
Yep.
You know.
Okay, and you see on the screen the updates from the other games that are going on. So obviously here with the game we're broadcasting, it's 7-6 now to the Hickeys over Linda Ralph and Rob Ashton. And the other semi-final, it's 7-3 to the Point Chevalier team of Alex Reed and Jenny Stockford playing Lee Warburton and Keitha. And in the Div 2 semi-final, it's 6-2 to Papakura St Heliers combination team over the Auckland Bowling Club team 6-2, and 11-0. It's a bit of a gap early from the Manly Mount Albert team of Nick Thompson and Judy Smith playing. I'm not 100% sure that graphic is gone, Michael.
Oh, yeah, they played the guys we played actually. The two juniors from, I think she's brother and sister.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So for you non-bowling folk, the tape has been called for. There has to be 23 metres from the point of the jack to the point front end of the mat. Is that correct, Michael?
Yes, that's correct.
Very
Yes.
good. So it is obviously it's up. So this is what I said before. They played a couple of short ends and it worked well for them. So obviously they've gone back to
Short ends.
very, very short
That's
end.
very short. Yeah.
What's your preference, Mike? Do you have a preference for ends? Just whatever works?
Whatever works really.
Whatever's
Yeah.
done,
If you're
On the day, it's
if you're
different,
playing well, you play to your strength.
100%.
And then if you're struggling, you've got to change something.
Yep.
And then if the other guy's playing long ends, and you obviously want to play different to what they're playing. You know,
absolutely.
it's just a bit of, it's like a game of chess, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Like a game of chess.
100%. And this is definitely
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
game of chess with 8 bowls with 8 bowls each is
That's
fabulous.
right. Yeah.
Very challenging game, and it can turn around within ends. Can't
Oh, especially on 2-4-2.
Yeah, I know. We talked to Alex this morning before the start of play, and he said, "I said, didn't you get the finalists and have a big lead?" He goes,
That's right. It's the
and I
same
said,
thing.
"Is it all right before if I mention that?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, 18-3 up, and they lost from 18-3 up when they lost to Gary Banks and Wendy Jensen. So that's how much a big game of bowls can turn around, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you get the outside of the bowl instead of
Oh.
the inside of the bowl, and you know,
Yeah.
luck actually, unfortunately, has a big factor in this
Huge
game.
factor,
You can actually play better than the other guy
Yeah.
and still get big.
Come at the wrong side.
Come at the wrong side.
Yeah,
You know, you can actually draw too close.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and not leaving any gaps.
No, yeah.
It's, a,
I
it's,
agree.
that's just is what it is. When it's
Yep.
going for you, sometimes it goes for you.
Yep.
Sometimes it just doesn't go for
You
you.
got to ride it when it's there, don't you? Because it's
Oh yeah, make the
more
most.
often than
Yeah,
not.
when it's going your way, it's going your way. You know.
quite right.
Yeah.
But who'd you pick here for the overall? What do you think?
Well, the guys we just lost to, Lee, you know, they played pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
Is he quick on the run? He locked a bit of a.
he's not sure. Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
sure. Locked a probe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Lee, young fella?
If his lead goes pretty good, I think they've got a good chance. You know.
Well, I'm saying beating yourself and Lisa is a great effort. Defending chairman, that's always the first target is to beat the people in front of you, and they've done that.
Yeah,
You know?
we had a good game. They just
Yeah.
played better than us, and that's
Yeah.
just the way it goes.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
you know we've had a good run. You can't
Yep.
complain.
No.
You know, that was good. That was
Yes.
nice. Yeah, we had a good game. They just
Well,
played-
it's a precursor to the nationals, isn't it?
That's right.
It's good game time for a lot of
good
people.
practice. Yeah, yeah.
And like on good greens as well, which is good.
Yeah,
for
Howick
yourself,
Greens
isn't
have
it?
always been very good. Paul does a great job here.
Yeah.
You know, and the wind stayed down today, especially for the finals.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a nightmare if the wind was still gusting away at 40, 50 knots.
I was away, so it was pretty bad, was it?
Oh, it was carnage.
It's a little bit more, but not much still in the hedge.
Yeah, you know, it's only a little bit of a zephyr
Yeah.
blowing today. Yeah.
Quite even. The ladies haven't quite got the memo about standing in front of the cameras.
I see that.
Oh, neither's Rob,
I see.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I've been quite. I'm say the first time I've seen Paul play, and he's gone very well. I've been quite
Yeah.
impressed with the way he's played. This is like indoor bowls for me. I'm into it. It's like, away you go, isn't it?
They are, yeah.
Your breath of wind, you off.
Almost seems too easy to play sometimes on short ends, and sometimes your mind can just take over, and you just and you can have it played terrible because it looks so easy to play on short ends.
Linda's got a good bowl on the head here, so
Yeah, she's right on it there. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm leaning. I can't get past him.
can't quite see that.
No. We might have to get our man downstairs to say, ladies. It's a bit hard. Well, if you ever been on camera, but these ladies been on camera before, so they probably should know. Shouldn't they?
Yeah, I can't. There we go.
There we
Yes,
go.
we've been
Someone said
told.
something.
Somebody
Well
said something. Nobody heard from us.
There you go. Got the big hint. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, that's three nice shots there.
Three shots
That's,
there.
Yeah, very nice.
Just gotta. There's a lot of balls to sit on there.
There is a lot of balls,
Just
and
gotta-
I
just
say it's easy to go past. So
That's right. Yeah,
you
you
sort
almost.
of-
Yeah. He's
I'll
got
just nice draw there. And hello.
just got a nice quiet draw. Even if he builds it up,
Yeah.
makes a bigger target.
Now she's gone straight back to where we were before, Linda. Wow. But it must have been a good one.
Somebody's Estelle's clapping.
She's getting the chalk out, so I reckon it touched the
It
jack.
must have got the jack.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Great bowl, Paul. We'll never know how good it was.
Exactly. So, Rob's got about 3 second shots there.
I don't think Rob will be short. Yeah, I can see
Just
that.
saying that the ground's got a lot further away from Rob isn't it, over the years.
Yes, unfortunately, he's not getting down as.
The old greenkeepers will be going, oh!
Yeah, he's not getting down as much as he should, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
So he's got one. He's got the very. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that bowl in the ditch of Rob, so they've probably got the very back as well. So if he gets the jack bowl onto the jack.
Still needs another bowl there just to.
Sure.
Another bowl on the head.
Well, he, I mean,
Looks like he's going.
it looks like he's going a bit further back, isn't he?
Looks like it.
No, not that far. He's still good though.
Just the one down,
Just
Linda.
middle range.
How
Cook
far
that
off
clean,
the
yeah.
tee is it?
He's still got 3 seconds.
Still got 3 seconds.
3 seconds, hasn't he? It's good. I like the fact they've got no time limit now.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, 14 ends, it's good. No, you're only playing 3 games. It's pretty close here.
Needs to probably hit
It's a bit of a
front
touch
blue
here.
one. Ooh. Half for nothing.
Half and nothing.
Still 4 seconds anyway now.
Yeah.
And you say both these ladies played the top level.
Yeah. I imagine Linda might be, she'll be into that as well, trying to chip it out. Rob will be directing her to
Oh,
chip it out.
I would think so. Yes. Definitely with the instructions.
Yeah.
On goes the hat. So do you like the idea of the pairs and singles split from the fours?
I think so, yeah. I think it's, yeah.
I don't know what the numbers are like, but I mean it's.
I think the numbers are pretty good,
are they
actually. Yeah.
from
I think
after
they're
they made the
pretty
split.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good. And then split the fours into the mixed pairs too.
Yeah.
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 I think it's good.
Yeah.
Actually, your weight's not too bad. I put you flying, but come on, get in there.
And sort of having one island each.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, well, they can only hold the singles and pairs in either Auckland or Christchurch because of the numbers.
Right.
No, they can't hold anywhere else.
Taranaki, no?
No, I wouldn't have enough greens, I wouldn't have thought. No.
Okay. Here we go. See if she had the instruction from Rob.
Yep, she's got weight on that. Looks a bit tight.
She's got a couple of options inside out here.
Faulty narrow, as they used to say.
Yeah,
John
they
Murder
say.
used to say, faulty narrow.
Well, it's out of the way, not like Rob.
We got one, but
Looks
we
like
really
straight
need
one.
another one
Still
there.
one to Paul and Estelle.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember John Murder. He was one of the coaches many years ago. He said,
Okay.
faulty narrow.
Faulty
Never-
narrow?
Yeah, you get nothing for being wide.
No.
You know, you get a little rub off, and you know.
Even there, it's good.
Look, there's certainly certain players that do play that. Always that yard over, don't they?
Oh
Just
yeah,
so you know.
yeah.
You know, there's a couple of players from your club actually.
Giving the bowl a chance every time, eh?
Absolutely.
You never draw the shot if you're short, eh?
100%.
You can never draw the
Never
shot
win when you're short.
when you're short.
Same in indoor or outdoor bowl.
That's right. It's playing a good bowl here, Estelle.
2. Wow. She's still got the option, isn't she?
Got an
Really
option here.
Peel both of them in.
Made the target a little bit bigger,
It
to be
did.
fair, but
Yeah.
she's still got to hit it.
Yeah. say at
She
this time you wanted to have Rob playing
Yeah.
last, wouldn't you? Really, unfortunately.
That's right.
Yeah.
She might play the forehand here.
You'd
I
think,
think.
wouldn't you? Play, yep.
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go. Down the
yeah.
front, down there, underneath there.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
that.
Got the jack and the bowls.
You get the jack. Too bad. That's
They're
back
on.
here. That's
That's
back
like
as
that,
I say.
wasn't it?
Come and
No,
catch
no.
them the
Oh,
next
they-
time. You're playing with ditch weight.
There you go. We can hear from upstairs. You're playing ditch weight.
Yeah.
I think she's played with Rob long enough to know that everyone thinks so.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm catching it.
Looks like 2 from our angle. Can't see. We're not getting anything.
Yeah.
2 shots. So that's makes it 9-6 after. So we're halfway, I think.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game, isn't it, really?
It is. Oh, absolutely. You know,
Still
say it's
anybody's game.
in that first game. I think the biggest margin was 4, wasn't it? Brendan, 4 or 5. It wasn't much at all. So I mean, that was, and you can come back from 4, can't you? Easy.
Yeah, like in our game against Lee, we were 10-3 down with 4 to
Yeah.
go and got a 3 and a couple of 2s and we were
Yeah.
2 down playing the last.
Yeah.
You know, we could have
So
pinched
it was actually 9-2 at one stage to the Point Chef team, and they scored 3 ends in a row. The Takapuna time got back with 1 and then dropped 3 and 1. So okay, here's the updates from the remaining games. So 9-6 here to Carlton Cornwall, sorry, to Howick and Carlton Cornwall over Carlton Cornwall. 7-5 Point Chef over home, and that's tightened up. Then in the Division 2, 7-2 to Papakura St Heliers, and Manly's Mount Albert running away with that one against
That's a
Sony
one-horse
Hunga,
race, isn't
30-0. Wow, that's Nick Thompson and Judy Smith, I think, is that right? Yes. So 9-6 after 7. Rob's got the head off, as always. Going home nicely. Might be
Just not quite there, I don't think.
Actually, I'm playing. Who does the Royal Oak ones?
I do, yes.
Do you? How's the grass green going?
Oh, it's going good, yeah. I played yesterday in the mix there. It was good. That's going good.
Yeah, I'm playing it in the men's in the pairs.
In pairs. Yep, yep.
That's good information. Happy that's going
Yep,
all right.
no, it's going good.
Okay.
Good.
And Glen Eden I played. And Glen Eden I played there in a Christmas gala. Was that quite good?
That's very good. That's Manachado green. That's very good. Yeah, yep. That's one of Brendan's greens. Yes.
So there's a few greenkeepers got multiple greens. haven't
Yeah, yes. There's
they?
about
Brendan, how many would Brendan have?
he's got a few on both sides of the shore. Yeah, here on both sides.
He has Te Aratu.
Yeah.
Te Aratu, Browns Bay.
Yeah, he does a lot.
Yeah.
He does a lot. Yeah.
Is Paul Hickey just do this one?
No, he does a few. He does St Heliers, East Tamaki, and also Glendowie.
Okay.
Yep.
Jamie does a few.
Jamie does a few. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. That's probably the 4
That's the
greenkeepers
4,
in
yeah,
the,
yeah.
in the Auckland, then.
That's pretty much it. To be fair,
Yeah.
there's a few other greens around, but yeah, we all got our fair share of them.
Got your patches, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Tony, our greenkeeper from Takapuna, I don't think he does any. I'm not sure he does. Tony Ricky just does that Takapuna one.
Paul set it up good here first. Estelle on the
Very
first.
good.
Yeah.
Very good start. Oh, Rob. Wow.
That's really good.
Don't give him a shove, Brendan. You're yelling at him. You're yelling at him.
Right in the way.
Seriously. I'm saying, he's probably been on TV more than these 3 combined.
Yeah.
Cameron Stone a feature?
No.
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 I
Don't worry about it.
one of the players who was on the rink this morning said, "Oh, how do you get out of mind the camera?" So
Mind over matter.
first bowl, you just
yeah.
forget about it. I said, "Look, hum a song to yourself, your favourite
Yeah.
song. Just forget about it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
It'll just be second nature. Just it's
gotta-
there.
Yeah.
Just, you know." I know we had a I did the champ 4s, I think, when it was at Remuera, and one of the ladies from somewhere refused to go on the TV. Absolutely, they actually swapped the game.
Off there.
It was supposed to be
yeah.
on the
She
on
just
the
got it into her
TV.
head. She didn't want to play on the camera.
Yeah, I'm
that
not
was
playing.
it. Yeah,
You have to.
yeah.
I am not playing.
Yeah.
So I think they got it written in the rules now that you
They have to play if you're scheduled to play on that rink. Yeah.
if you're drawn for the thing.
You're only going to knock that further. Just draw
But
through
again, you're right, it's just minor matter.
It might have a matter.
Absolutely minor matter.
It
You know?
might have a matter.
It's not. It just you don't even. Oh, really? Okay.
Someone's got to tell Rob to move out
Yeah,
of the way.
We need a cattle prodder for Rob if we could. It's look, it's nothing to be nervous about, is it? It's just
No.
just a game of bowls at the end of the day.
Far too much weight.
That's right.
Oops,
Yeah, Rob wasn't happy with that one.
not quite a teapot, but I mean, it's the right idea.
I'm not sure if we're wanting that much weight, I don't
Too
think.
quick, yeah,
I
too
think
quick,
just a bit
way
too
too
quick.
quick,
Yeah. Once the ball's gone in the ditch, it's gone.
Yep. Obviously, they're concerned about the pass ahead, so he's
Yeah, bit of insurance.
asked her to get.
Bit of
Thank you, Rob. That'd be better. So I mean, surely it needs weight.
Oh, she's got her ball on the run there.
Yeah, exactly. She's going back in
It's just
now.
changed hands, actually.
Still a bit quick, is she?
It's a little bit quick.
That's probably better weight from the last one.
Yeah.
She had that weight with the last
On
one.
the other hand would have been nice. Yeah, yeah.
Quite surprised she changed hand actually.
Yeah, I can't
This is
understand.
a lovely. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Rob's bowl's coming up, and it's a nice channel,
Yeah,
isn't
if
it?
you slipped either side of that ball, she was.
I'm not sure that one's no. Good weight.
Good
just,
weight.
yeah.
Unfortunately, you've got to get two things at the
You
same
do.
time.
Especially
One or the
this-
other.
on this sort of greens, yeah,
and
yeah. There's
both
no-
have got to count. You can't have one without the other, unfortunately.
Well, I'm still surprised she's going this back end.
Yeah,
Right,
that's a low percentage shot.
That is a very low percentage shot.
Low percentage
Nothing
shot.
to land on.
No.
At all.
She's pushing the other bowls closer,
Yeah, exactly, which is not yours.
which she's probably going to do right here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pushed it up in closer.
It's say very low percentage and not the shot I would have played at all.
Yeah, Rob's got nothing much to play there.
That's sort of I mean, he's probably going to pay through there, isn't he? Really. That's the CV.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that was good.
How
Yeah.
many men or two?
13.
13, 23. Oh, that's my lucky numbers. 23 and 13.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Yeah, tied with Ivan Kostinich.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Up here.
up here. Yeah,
Nice.
yep.
Is this a senior title, Brendan? Jesus, Ruffy's out. That's a
Yeah, so funnily enough, a bit of a story on that one. And this will be a bit of interesting news for Mike too, actually. So the mixed peers has sort of had a shaky history with its centre title status. Oh, that's a very interesting
well,
shot.
Still got three.
Yeah, so the mixed peers has had a bit of an interesting status over the last sort of 5 to 10 years through various committees and organising, organisation, iterations of the operations committee and now the playing program committee. So it's actually just recently been passed, leading up to Christmas, that this year any team with both members belonging to an Auckland bowling club will be awarded a centre title, whereas previously
Was that part of yours last year?
previously you had to be from the same club. However, in doing so, the Auckland board have also retrospectively awarded a centre title to Mike Galloway and Lisa Prideaux from last year's win as a composite side. So that graphic might need to say 24 now.
Oh, he's paid a scorcher here.
Oh, what a shot from
Absolute
Rob
scorcher
Ashton.
here. Killed it, and I mean, obviously not the best option, but that's from what he had, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a kill.
So there you go, Michael. So
Yeah, so 24 centre titles now, Michael.
So
Congratulations.
you now, well done. You beat Ivan Kostinich. Fantastic.
Yeah.
There you go. You didn't know that.
That was an
There
that
you
was
go,
an email
live
that
on
was
air.
that was an email that I was supposed to be sending in the next sort of day or two.
Sure. Don't
But
tell
there we
anybody.
go. It's
Don't
now
tell
it's
anybody.
now public knowledge.
But don't tell anybody, Mike. Frank,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's one there.
Oh, you've missed a bowl.
He saw me. Well, there you go, Mike. That's a bonus bonus win for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
How you like that, Mike?
Oh, that was pretty special from
Hey,
Brendan. Yeah, didn't
well, look at
expect that. Yeah, yeah. That
Live
was,
on
that's
air.
nice, yeah.
We have now presented Mike Galloway with his 24th centre title, making him the centre record holder for Auckland,
Yeah.
male or female.
Yeah. I'm not sure about. Yeah, could be. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty humbling. I mean, over the years, there's been a lot of great bowlers in New Zealand, and
100%.
especially in Auckland.
Yeah.
For me to be there,
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome,
it's
mate. Well
Pretty,
done.
pretty special moment.
So there we go.
Yeah.
We sort of probably should we done on live, but I don't know.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I enjoyed presenting Mike with his 24th centre title. That's good.
Thank you, Simon.
That's how you're welcome, Mike.
Yeah.
So after that killed end, and the semi-final, it's still 6-9 to the Howick Carlton Cornwall team over the Carlton Cornwall. And the other semi-final 7-5. So they must have had a couple of kills. That was 7-5 for quite a while after 8 ends.
8 ends.
7-3 to Papakura Halias over Auckland Bowling Club in Division 2. And 13-1. Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
they're on the
Why
board.
Why he beats
They're
them,
on the
no, we'll
board.
be happy they got one.
Only
that's
played
the
6
worst.
ends,
Only
to be
played
fair.
6
No,
ends, that's a
no,
lot.
they-
That's-
no,
they
even
have
halfway
lots,
yet, so, you know, they've got to, still got to.
plenty of time. Alex Reid lost from 18-3 up. So, not that I'm mentioning that again, Alex. Sorry,
Right.
apologies.
That's on the Dutch too, I think.
Oh, it is, and it is well and truly.
Yeah, well, I think in that last end, Paul was unlucky, but Rob got
Oh,
out of jail.
Oh, did it? What? Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, that could be a big turning point in the game.
That could be huge to an point. Yep.
You know, they'd have got another 3 there. That was 12-6.
Yep.
You know, that's a bit of a gap to catch up, but
Yep.
17. Ah,
Sorry.
17.
So the winningest ladies in Auckland Centre National. Sorry. Carol Bennett has
Oh, Bennett.
17 Auckland
Yeah.
Centre titles. Jane Fenton has 17. And Karen Hammer has 17. Well, that's a pretty good effort. And when did you move up here from Palmerston?
I came up here in 95.
1995. So you've been up here a couple of years?
Been a few years.
30 years next year.
Will be, yes, you are correct, yeah.
Mass is good.
How,
one,
how
Mass is
time
good.
flies when you're having fun. Yeah, started at Pakuranga Bowling Club in 95.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Come up.
And quickly transitioned to multiple clubs, did you?
Oh
Or
no,
was you
actually
there for a
no,
while?
I was at Pickering for a long time. We had 4 greens there, and you know in those days there was a lot of big clubs around.
Yeah, there
Remuera
was,
and Onehunga,
Yeah.
Pakuranga, you know, 400 members. You know, it was
That's
all good.
amazing, isn't
You
it?
know, it was, they were the golden years.
Yeah.
And then as times have changed, unfortunately the game, you know, with working weekends and all that other stuff, memberships falling away in a lot of clubs. It's just unfortunately whether it's a sign of the times. you
Well, there's so
know.
much else on in the world, I suppose, with people
Yeah.
to do, and you know,
I think a lot of clubs have to sort of merge now. I think
I
just
think so.
in Auckland, there's you know a lot of little clubs sitting on multi-million-dollar
Yep.
money.
Yep.
You know,
there's I think the same. We have the same. Look, I'm obviously heavily involved in indoor bowls as well. We have the same scenario in indoor bowls. There's a lot of really small clubs that you could.
Yeah.
that we need to need to get together.
you know, especially at our club at Royal Lake, we had Hillsborough and Onehunga.
Yep.
We sold our green at our land at Hillsborough and went down to Onehunga and merged and changed their name, and we built a big indoor stadium.
Yep.
And it's pretty much transformed our club. We're playing bowls 12 months of the year.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
rain, shine, or weather, we can play bowls. It's just
100%.
and it's just absolutely
Yep.
our club's going really well.
And again,
you know.
as we mentioned, you've got to take advantage of that corporate dollar, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
the outside
right.
dollar. I mean, you don't want to keep bleeding your members for money. If you can access outside money if you like with the corporates and
And for them, it's so cheap.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know, the venue is there.
Yep.
Bowls is easy to teach.
Yep.
You know, it's just
Yep.
it's you
And
know,
you say with your cover,
Yeah.
it's on.
the weather's
We're on.
has no factor.
We're doing it on. We're doing it on,
yeah.
on Saturday afternoon. Yep, it's on.
That's
So,
right. Yeah, middle of winter. You just
Yeah.
put a
Yeah.
sweatshirt on and go and play bowls. It's
well, that's
posing
the
with
thing,
rain.
with most indoor scene, there's no heating. Hey?
Well, that's right.
That's
You might
most
need a
indoor
sweatshirt
stadiums.
just to keep the chill off. Yeah. Probably a nice rum might keep you a bit warmer.
Yes, well,
You know.
right, you like it, right? But it's it's a great sport. As we all know, we're bowlers and we all love the sport. We've been playing it for a long time, and it's a cheap sport, and it's just anybody can play.
That's right.
Just
Yeah, you
think,
can play
anybody can
the
play.
secondary school right up to your,
Yep.
80 and 90. You know, it's
Get the
it's-
granddad to bring along his grandkids, or vice
Oh,
versa.
it's
you know,
brilliant.
it's-
Yeah.
And it's a level playing field for ladies and men, isn't it? That's the
Definitely,
beauty about it,
definitely,
you know.
definitely, yeah.
Which is
You know,
not-
you can end up, playing on nationals. You could play against, maybe the Shadow McElroy's ex-world
Yeah,
champions,
100%.
and have a game against,
Yep.
see how you go against world champions,
Yep.
in the men and ladies sides.
Well, I played nationals in Dunedin with John Macbeth, Grant Nisbet, and Mark Benton. And John Macbeth was so thrilled because he had to play Shannon McElroy in the section play. And he said, he said, I really enjoyed it because I scored some points.
Yeah.
He said, and Shannon was lovely to play against. He's
Yeah.
a lovely guy,
Yeah.
Shannon. Lovely to play against.
That's right.
And he says, but that's the only sport you could play.
You can never play against the world champion.
No.
You get tennis or otherwise you never.
Mate,
You got
imagine,
no shot. Yeah.
who'd like to play Federer? I might like to play Federer
That's
in this
right.
day,
That's
but
right.
it just doesn't happen, does it?
Yeah.
Any sport, like golf, it just doesn't happen. The big
Never
stuff.
happens. Bowls is that's a unique sport. You can do that,
Yeah,
eh?
it's brilliant.
Really unique sport.
And on the day, anybody can beat anybody.
That's
as you know,
right. That's
which is
right.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the better end. This is the better end for the yellow.
Yeah.
teams.
This is the
Can't
replay of
recall.
the end that they probably should never have
Yeah,
scored on.
So again, as we discussed earlier, it's about building ahead and about bowls around the head, over the head.
Yeah.
This stage is no bowls past the head for the hickey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a bowl part.
Not a
All
bowl
bowls past the head of the yellow disc bowl, which is a dangerous territory on a fast screen.
Yeah.
Isn't it? On a
Gotta
fast
have-
screen.
gotta have a
'Cause
bowl
that
over
jack,
there.
that jack can go that far and make you 5 or 6.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Even if Linda comes down there, she gets a jack. She's still going to be making it better, isn't she?
Yeah, she is, absolutely. So none of the kids play bowls?
No,
None of them
no,
play-
none
not
of the
interested?
kids.
How
No,
old are the
no.
kids?
No, Josh is 23 and my daughter Michaela's 21.
Yes.
Yeah.
No interest?
No interest. I
None of
think
my- none of
Josh's
my kids,
works. He's had a few work dues at a bowling club, so
Yep.
he quite enjoys it. But I don't think he'll take it up. Maybe in 20 years he might. and then they say, oh, we should have joined earlier.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I've heard that.
Oh, 100%. Well, my father got me into bowls when I was 13, and he was 50s. He died really early. He said, Simon, I wish I played this bowls 20 years ago.
I know.
So I really-
Yeah, my grandfather played, and my dad played,
Yep.
my uncles played,
Yep.
my cousins have played.
Yep.
You know.
It's a very famous name, the Galloway. It's a brand almost, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And my cousin's obviously Russell Meyer, so obviously the genes
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Ian and
Not
Russell.
the same physique.
Same same physique.
What's his nickname? Tell me
Stick.
again, what's Stick?
Stick.
Paper under that white one now.
So you were to Bruce Meyer as well, the indoor bowler.
Don't think so. No, that's
Different Meyer, is it?
different. Yeah,
They're from Palmerston as well.
not sure. Yeah.
Right, so on the forehand, Linda probably got 1 or 2 that maybe,
Looks like two.
but again, nothing over the head for the hickeys. It's still, or 1 bowl, sorry, 1 bowl over here, but a lot of yellow disc bowls.
Yeah, that could count too. It fell in.
Yeah, it's a big sparrow.
This time last time it was three the other way, isn't it?
It was,
You know,
indeed.
it could be a 6-shot turnaround. He just got to play on the backhand, didn't he? And just draw down there.
Well, I think so. He
little
say
sit there and
little,
little.
little,
got a
little
few
tickle,
little
as long as it
sits.
goes sideways. Well, the weight's swinging.
He's got to get if it's in that channel.
in that V, you know.
In that V, he's got a chance of just got to draw up there.
So post section for the national pairs, how many nationals? How many clubs have you got playing post section?
I think
Yeah,
just
so
Royal Oak, I believe.
Just Royal Oak?
Yeah, I think just Royal Oak, I believe. Yeah. Looks a bit wide there,
Yeah,
Paul.
wide, isn't
Bit
he?
wide and heavy.
He's the only one. He's over the head, but he's over the head into the ditch. I think.
Just, yeah, I think he wanted to be there, but
Yeah,
he's
he did.
obviously
Yeah, exactly.
overcorrected and just pushed it.
Rob's on the forehand. Yep.
Yeah, leave that. I think you just leave that channel open, eh?
Yeah, you would.
If he draws another shot in the other hand, he's going to sit, somewhere to sit onto.
He's in it quick as well. Wow, interesting dilemma for both players actually here, isn't it? Paul's really got to get one past the head into that little channel in that pocket. And would Rob be bold enough to try and on the backhand trying to shift that jack?
Well, it could be, yeah.
gotta
Rob,
move it that far, doesn't he?
yeah, definitely, yeah.
So
Oh, he's
gets
definitely got a
into
total
here.
line here, Paul.
Yeah. This might change things.
Need a little touch there. Oh, at the wrong side of the bowl. Sometimes it can count if you're outside all the time,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
don't count.
It's actually probably blocked it going to this.
Yeah.
To the back. Blocked him from dropping a big number. To be fair, really, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll just probably play the same side,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep, on the forehand.
On the forehand. Yeah.
Linda likes it.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Linda likes it. Is it going to get here?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
think
gonna
so.
get here?
I think.
Ooh.
Might
So I
not.
think that might be a fortuitous one
Yeah.
down, to be fair, really, for the Hickeys.
Yeah.
I think, like Rob got out of jail last end, I think Paul's got out of jail
This
end.
time, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 7-9, 8-9. Was it 2?
Oh, it must have been 2 then. Yeah.
Was it 2? 8-9 after 8 ends. So again, another very tight semi-final here.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you, Michael, for coming and joining us on commentary today. It's been fantastic having you here and fantastic to present you with your 24th and record Auckland Centre title.
Thanks you, Simon. Yeah, pleasure. Yeah,
Welcome
enjoyed,
and long
yeah.
may it continue. I mean,
Yeah.
one more for 25.
Yeah, it'd
That's
be nice,
pretty good.
nice little goal to get to, definitely.
Absolutely,
definitely.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. No,
look-
enjoyed the time. Thanks, Simon.
No, good as gold. Thank you for coming
Yep,
in and seeing us.
pleasure.
And
I'll pass you on to Brendan.
good luck for the weather. It's fingers crossed for the
Yeah,
weather
indeed.
for the Nationals.
Yeah.
I hope it goes well,
All
mate.
good.
All
Excellent.
the best.
Thanks, Simon.
Mike.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Always good to have greenkeepers' insight to the game. They view the game very differently and have a whole lot of wisdom and expertise in the way things are played and the way things are done. And as I did over here at one point, you're saying the greenkeepers in Auckland cover a lot of greens, so a lot of experience both at playing and working on greens has Mike. Now, I noticed the scorecard hasn't been very well kept here, Simon.
I was busy commentating. Sorry.
Oh, right.
I think too. Like, I mean, it was great actually to have that live on the air. Actually, giving him his 24th centre title. That's quite funny.
What are we, 9-8 after 9, is that right?
But top man, Mike. I mean, he's been there, done that in the bowls scene for a long time, as we know. Took a fair break from bowls too with his kids.
Yes, yep.
So, you know, to achieve 24 centre titles in that period of time is a great effort and one he should be well proud of.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good for me too. It's one less email I have to send when I get back to my desk
Yeah,
next
sure.
week. Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
I'm not sure if we got in trouble for doing it on live on air, but
Oh,
I'm sure
look, I mean,
Dean Bartlett will tell us one or the other.
I'm sure there's worse things I could have said on air.
Thank you.
Oh, he's got his own tile now. He feels
Got me
special.
entitled. I'm titled. I'm not entitled. I'm just titled. No, again, thanks to the WSL boys. They've been doing a great job all day for us here. It's been fantastic. Yeah, great pitches. Good atmosphere up here. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and it seems the wind might have picked up a little bit
Wind
too.
just-
Just
yeah.
happened to notice the shirts blowing around a little bit more than what they had been previously.
Yeah. They will have a bit more action tomorrow at the tennis. The cameras will have to be a bit more quicker.
Move a bit faster. I don't think they'll be walking between ends at this rate in the
no.
tennis either. No. Oh, there we go. We've stolen the neighbour's flag.
Yes. Because I think
$26 million flag floating in the breeze there.
I think that that tennis lasts for like 3 weeks, is it, Dean? About 3 weeks?
It's
2 and a bit weeks, so that's no days off either in that period of time, I imagine, Dean? No? 1 day off. Solid effort. You the boss. So yes, we have noticed that the breeze is getting up slightly. As Mike Galloway said, the best time of best time of the day to do his greenkeeping duties is in the morning when it's calmer. So as the day goes on, obviously the atmospheric conditions change a little bit. So we still haven't got these ladies sorted out.
No,
the
we
Carlton
have.
Cornwall people.
We have sent a couple of reminders
Have you?
downstairs to tell the players that we, as much as they're lovely to look at, we'd rather look at the bowls.
Appreciate that with you, sneak.
Yeah. That's a bit wide there from Rob.
Looks to be wide, doesn't it? He's turned his back on it, so then that'll come back in. No.
Oh, I might have just found the edge of the line, perhaps. Yeah, you can see it. No, it's just outside.
So I've been quite impressed with Paul Hickey here. He's for a man I've never seen play before. He's gone very well. Very steady. Nothing flashy, just nice draw.
Yeah, and he seems to have, obviously he has a pretty good grasp on his own greens, and one thing I've noticed particularly is that Paul and Estelle seem to be playing the inside hand a little bit more favoured than perhaps the bank side, even though it's not technically a bank rink. So that'll be a bit of that local knowledge, particularly around this wind and how it's swirling. And you see now that Rob and Linda, have also switched over to that hand as well, and the heads are becoming a little bit closer. I felt like that bank hand or the clubhouse side just encouraged players to be a little bit narrower with their lines, and they needed their weight to be a lot more accurate. Whereas out here, the bowls take a nice wide arc outside the boundary of the rink, and just again the bowl does all the work coming back to the centre line. Just not quite enough speed with that one from Paul.
Seen a few more shorter ones in the last couple of ends too, Brendan. To be fair, maybe the green's slowing up a little bit, maybe.
Oh, the players are probably just getting tired. It's a long day. They've the game in already. Had a couple of kills in this game, so it does add to the time of the game. We did start a little after 12, so they've been going for near on 2 hours now. And as we've highlighted, it is pretty warm. Great bowl coming in here from Rob. That'll be the shot. So
Good job for Rob. That's a benefit having the 4 bowls in a row, Brendan, isn't it?
well, yeah, you can find a bit of rhythm. So last bowl now from Paul Hickey. Changed over to the backhand.
Sneaking down that port there, probably maybe just reaching weight, just to make sure you give the bowl an opportunity to do something. Looks a little wide. Maybe he's on doesn't want to be on those double yellows there.
Yeah, well, that's
unlucky.
unfortunate.
That is unlucky.
Don't think he's brought an extra one into the count though. So as
Nice
the players cross over, just bring to your attention a couple of upcoming events in the Auckland calendar. Next year in March, we have for the first time the National Under-26 Pairs competition. This competition is being run sort of in line with the Burnside Under-26 singles, the Kitty Hawk Under-21 singles, the Wellington five-a-side tournament for Under-26s. So it's all about encouraging rangatahi to be playing bowls at a high competitive level. Bowls Auckland are proud to be able to host that event, and that's on the 29th and 30th of March 2025. Entries are open and they close quite late in the 16th of March. So if you're 26 or under as of the 29th of March, head to the Bowls Auckland website, find the relevant event page, and get your entries in for that event. It's going to be a great weekend showcasing New Zealand's young bowls talent. As we see Linda there playing a bit of a run and just throwing it out round wide around the head.
So that must be. You think that must be mean that white bowl's a shot then?
Well, that's sort of what I would think.
Yep, there you go. Paul's just
Yeah.
indicated that the white bowl is a shot.
Which I guess makes sense for her being wide then, because she can chip that bowl through the head.
Or chip bowl on the bowl, didn't she? She hits bowl. And I think they've got the only bowl past the head, haven't they? The purple team.
Yes, the purple discs are the only bowls past the head now. You've got the one at 6 o'clock and then the bowl just arriving now. Have to give a shout out to my dear friend Lisa White down at Raumati Bowling Club,
Lou.
hurling me some abuse via the text message.
Lisa White.
Yeah. Trouble incarnate.
I think I picked her in her first ever indoor bowls rep game in Hutt Valley. Probably 25 years ago. Probably at least 25 years ago. So she doesn't like it. She's putting her hand out to the side to say narrow.
Overcorrected from a previous delivery.
Bowl's happening. What's happening here? Can't see. Nope. So if you've got one, you're probably thinking.
Yeah, I think you put this in your pocket almost, don't you?
Pocket scenario.
I mean, if you wanted to be a little bit brave, you could try and draw the outside of the blue bowl at 3 o'clock.
Well, he's just indicated it's a measure.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
So as you say, Brendan, I mean, the safer hand would be out wide there, but coming forward, you wouldn't want to be tight on the blue bowl there.
Yeah, and again, I overheard in commentary a couple of times, Mike mentioned some low percentage bowls being played and turned up a short bowl, I believe, for 3. So, yeah, just interesting some of the decisions being made in this game.
Yep. Well, Rob's just taken that bowl out.
No, he's taken the second shot out. They're going to measure those two, I think. Or third shot, sorry.
Well, they haven't gone to the umpires yet, so that's good. They have a crack themselves. Actually, while I was in commentary with Mike, we did have a measure there where the two ladies were leading, and Paul was up their end and did the measure.
Oh wow, that's interesting. You don't see that
really
very.
Interesting.
You
No,
don't see that very
we thought,
often.
wow, that's it was actually there. We go. It's one to
one to the Carlton pair.
one to yellow. So that 9 all tied up now. 9 all.
Just a conversation there about what length they're going to play.
9. Here's the German. 9-9 after 9.
9-9 after 9. And I'll try and get the scorecard back on track. Seeing as in the 4 ends that I was absent, nobody filled it out.
I was busy, Brendan.
So I can't tell you what happened on end 6, 7, 8 because nobody was keeping record. He's got 2 jobs to do, and he's only got about 50% accuracy on one of them.
My hourly rate's not that good.
Tell me about it. Right, so 9 all as we get down to the final 5 ends in this semi-final of the Jarden Open Mixed Pairs 2024. Rob Ashton leading off on his forehand, and he's played a pretty good opening bowl here.
He asked Linda what length you want to play, and she said, we'll do this one. Thank you, love. So very tidy start. Didn't like that one. Might have hit the ground as he let go.
Yeah, not the worst line.
Just a bit. I mean, he's over there. If he stays on the island, he's not bad, is he? Yeah, it's good.
Not too much.
There's been a few ends where they've had nothing over the head, so that's probably not the worst.
No,
scenario
not the
for
worst
them,
place to be.
No.
Oh,
Somebody moved.
someone moved.
Oh, he's on the move. Careful, Rob. Not as young as he used to be. Good line. He's just a bit quick this time, isn't he, I think?
Yeah, probably that run that he'd had after the bowl put a bit of extra force on there.
Gone in the ditch.
All sorts of hand signals going on there as well. Paul with his second delivery now looks to be on a better line than his previous one.
In fact, very good.
Yeah, very well played here.
Superb bowl.
Great shot.
Sit down behind. That's a great shot. That's the great bowl. 3 inches past the head, right behind it. Fantastic. So leaving the ladies to do their best for the next 4 bowls each. Colin Williams walking past again. He's finished early again.
Yeah, he finished his game quite quickly in the first round as well. Had a brief conversation with him. They said he picked up a couple of 5s, and opposition decided they weren't very interested in chasing it.
It's pretty tidy here from Linda. Very good effort.
Yeah, finishing in a good spot. It's good control not to throw the bowl away. Linda very much on the charge to catch those ladies on 17 titles. She's currently sitting on 12, her most recent title being the centre singles last season, as well as the Champ of Champ 4s. Whereas Estelle is a little bit behind. She's just on 6 titles. Still a very valiant effort, or a very established career. Oh no, I've just lost her name. Where is it? There, Estelle Hickey. Her most recent title, as I mentioned at the top of this broadcast, coming just a couple of weeks ago at Carlton Cornwall in the centre 4s. Her gold star coming up last season in the centre triples. And a great bowl coming in here again from Linda. Grabs the kitty and, whoa, that's a bit of an interesting jack movement.
There's a bit of a hollow, I think, in there somewhere.
Somebody needs to inform the greenkeeper to...
Paul might have to sort that out tomorrow.
Yeah. Repair the pitch mark.
It certainly looks like it's one to the white bowl at this stage. But again, it's just a case of getting another bowl handy, really, isn't it? They've got to build the head so they don't drop a big number. Good shots there.
Yeah, well, now we've got a very tight head here.
I think you have Brendan in my earpiece. I hope you can hear me out there in TV land. Am I coming through clear enough?
I think either I'm talking too loud or you're talking too quiet, but it's all right. Between the two of us, we'll work it out.
I'm very softly spoken. Beautiful.
There we go.
Okay, so that should be better for you folks out there, hopefully. Well, depends if you want to hear me or not.
Yeah,
but
it depends on who you like the most.
So
Answers on postcards.
Again, that was quite an aggressive shot there from Linda. Looking at the head there, she was obviously trying to play the splitter on the front to try to peel them both, which they will. If you got the green bowl flush on its head, those bowls will peel out. So. Okay.
Yeah, just coming up short.
Might be useful though. Could be a very in the eye sort of shot. So Linda, will she try and play the same shot? Yes, she's trying. Looks like she's going to play the same shot again.
Yeah, well, again, it's these
depends
tricky...
Depends what weight she's playing in.
Yeah,
it,
it's
really.
These tricky weight shots that you've got to get so accurate. She's not far away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She nestled in that hollow as well. Tell you what, though, that's probably now, if Rob can actually get any weight on that front bowl, those two bowls are peeling at you, as Paul just said. Our bowls are going, and we'll be 4 down probably, 5 if he stays.
Yeah, it's going to be really a good sort of good swingy run shot to get onto that bowl, but it does look very inviting.
So forehand, I mean, actually Estelle can probably change the dynamics of the head by a sitting over her bowl, I reckon wouldn't be the worst if you set her bowl over or even got in the gap.
Yeah, I mean,
Just to change it.
ideally drawing into that jack level
Yeah.
bowl, which is not too far away. She's going to come behind it. It mitigates some of the danger.
Yeah, or mitigates the count, I suppose. But yeah, it would be 3 if they got it out clean. But look, it's just a sort of shot Rob will play, and he's obviously, as we know, well capable of playing. And just swing around the front one and just ping ping. Definite chance though.
Oh yeah, it looks very inviting. And he's on the march. He knows what he's got to do. Replay there of Linda's bowl. Just didn't really have the weight for what she was trying to achieve. And then Estelle just putting in the insurance policy.
So it's just a matter of getting contact probably on the, as he will look at it, on the right hand side of the front bowl, where we look at it from here, and on the left hand side to try and peel both those bowls out. Yep.
Again, he's not really playing the
He's
sort
in
of
the
weight
area.
that I suspected, but
He's in the
very
area though, isn't he?
close. What?
Oh, great effort.
Well, that actually makes it very, very hard to remove that pink, purple stickered bowl.
Well, you could do it on the forehand.
Yeah, but again, it's having the right weight to hold around that short one.
Yeah. Well, again, it's just any contact on that yellow disc bowl, isn't it? Really. But Paul can obviously change things. Get a replay of this shot.
That shot, yeah, just
Bit unlucky, and he almost got the double teapot. Like, what the heck? How did that not work?
I'd say he's probably about half a bowl narrow there. Have he just got a little bit more of the outside edge, he'd have got them both up and over.
I think he might have needed a bit more weight, to be honest. If he could afford a bit more weight, couldn't he? I reckon.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I'd always say more weight is the key, but that's just me.
Righto, Paul.
Short.
Is he going to be in the way?
Well, I mean, that could be on purpose too, of course.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, he's found the centre line.
Well, yeah, I think Rob really has to play on the forehand.
I think if you were dropping an intentional short bowling, you'd be finishing it between the purple and the pack, rather than 4 or 5 metres as he has done. He might be able to get onto his own to get the white bowl through, but that potentially moves the jack.
Exactly. I mean, he'll get one shot, won't he, probably? Because if he can get onto the bowl on the forehand, he can possibly getting 3 shots.
Oh yeah, 3 or 4.
So we'll know when he lines up which hand he's playing. Still debating about which he's going backhand still. So his best shot is obviously is tight onto his own bowl. Definitely got that weight again.
No, he's too wide this
Too
time.
wide, yep. Well, you'd almost take one, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean,
the way the hand's
it's
swinging,
pretty
if he
safe.
nicks it, well,
you know, if
you can nick it around the corner.
If you're playing a confident drawing weight, even if you are a little bit narrow, you just sit the blue bowl out behind the jack. Quite comfortable for 2. I think there's plenty of room there. I'm not even sure why they're considering anything else.
Well, Estelle was saying go to the backhand, but
yeah, I mean, that forehand shot on the left of screen as we see it, the bowl's just ever so slightly low. Draw in there beautifully.
We'll soon find out.
Yeah, in the right area.
Game effort.
Yeah, no, great effort. Like just a foot through, but brilliant line.
Wow, so we still go close, 10-9 after 10 ends to the Hickeys. I'd be going a bit further up if I was Estelle. They
Yeah,
seem
well,
to be
that
more dominant on the shorter ends, aren't they?
the
when they
shorter
bring the
ends
jack up?
definitely worked in their favour earlier on. Couple of updates from around the green.
Coming.
Yep, coming up shortly. We'll just get the most up-to-date information. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Asking you shall receive.
Ooh, tightened up that second semi-final.
Yeah, Point Chevalier and Homai now right neck and neck, 9-all. I look across out the window. Alex and Jenny are having a conference halfway up the green, so big head going on there as well. In the Division 2 game, it's the Auckland side of Andy and Lauren currently trailing the composite team of Papakura and St Heliers, Frankie Lim and Catherine Bean by just the one shot. And the Waihi Onehunga Districts team have got off the duck, however, still find themselves 11 points shy of the Mount Albert Manly combination.
So there's only one game that's out of the realms. Everything else is tight, isn't it? It's great.
You know, it's good to see. And this is what I think is so great about this format too, is whilst you've got some very competitive sections, the reality is all the first place people end up into the one flight, all the second places together.
Yep.
So throughout the rankings and into the post section, all the games are very evenly contested.
So good shot there from Linda Ralph. Sister Estelle on the mat, on the forehand. She's been seeming favouring that forehand, going pretty good generally. Here it comes home now, past for Rob's body. Here we go, good shot.
Yeah, great.
Well played.
I do still think that is the better side of the green. Seems to be drawing a lot of shots there. Although interestingly, and maybe it's just the difference in bowls, but I thought Jenny played the backhand quite well with her Dreamlines
Mm-hmm.
in the first round, where Alex probably favoured this inside hand a bit more as well with his draw bowls. Good speed again. That's a pretty good hit from the girls. So it does appear Estelle there holding the shot. Paul coming down on the backhand, probably a
It's
little
a
bit
little
under
narrower.
yeah, a bit under the line there, I think.
Weight was beautiful though. Going off track for a moment, Brendan, but wasn't it great to see the Black Caps win last night?
Oh, I was asleep.
Yes.
I was asleep last night. I had a big day here.
Sri Lankans were 121 for none, and we got 6 wickets in 30 runs.
Jeez, that's impressive.
Yes, I know. So good start off with our pretty much our Black Caps B side for the T20s.
Yep. Yeah, no, well, my day started at 6 a.m. I was here by 6:30. I think I left here about 7. Did an hour and a bit in the office at Mount Eden before I got home just after 9, so did not have the pleasure of watching the Black Caps yesterday.
I'll just hang on. I'll just see if I can speak to Leah. Can I have a tissue, please? Sorry, need tissue for Brendan.
Oh, never mind. He's just being a smart aleck.
So, on the backhand, Rob. Oh, he's
the
having a
drive
drive.
too.
Wow. Got him.
Got it.
Well played. That was a bit out of the blue, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, very early stages in this end to be playing that sort of shot.
I suppose puts the pressure back on Paul to forgot his name briefly. That was terrible. Paul to get another bowl. It's a better line for him, I reckon. Just if it's got the right weight, he's got a goodie, which he has. Well, is it rinse and repeat from Rob? What do you reckon?
Oh, I don't think you can, to be honest. You need bowls in the head.
No,
He is.
it is. Well, he's going to take his own. He's going
don't
to take
do
his own
that.
two out.
Wow.
Wow, that's what you call a mess.
Yeah, that's a silly shot, really, I have to say.
What unusual shot. I mean, there was always that danger, wasn't it, taking his own bowls out, so I suppose he's given himself a bit of room to draw, but taking all his bowls off the head is not ideal. Well, this will count.
Yeah, that's a great bowl from Paul.
Needs to be toucher. It is. What a great shot.
Yeah, well, now it's a thinking time. You almost feel like you have to go again and try to kill this because you've left yourself really nothing on the head.
Well, this is his third bowl, isn't it? He's got another bowl after this, so no.
Yeah, I mean, there's the old adage of, you know, one to get, one to correct, so he can have two goes at drawing this, but or put in a good back bowl and then play to it, which.
Well, he cuts it down to one. It's a good shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's not quite going to. But two shots to the Hickey team. He's on a good line again, I think. Well played here. On a fatten up though. No, pretty good. Oh, there you go. This won't be short. So Rob, he's probably his best bowl is Jack in the ditch, really, or the kill here from what he's got left.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got the lot. Wow,
He has, and he's killed it by the looks of
looks
it.
like that's killed. Well, two very good drives and a questionable one, but they've all hit targets.
They've all hit something anyway.
Yeah. So we'll reset the 10th end. Oh, sorry, the 11th end. Sorry.
So that's the advantage of having a good drive and being accurate enough to do some damage. So how's the ends going compared to the other games, Brendan?
We played 10 ends here. 11 ends completed in both of the Division 2 finals. 12 ends completed in the Point Chef Homai match. So we're not too far behind.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering that's now, what, the third kill in this game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And that sort of says to me she's probably throwing this a little bit too far. Oh, watch your feet.
Wait,
Pull,
wait,
pull.
wait, wait.
Oi, there we go.
Hey, do a little dance, do.
Test out the old
Righto.
two-step.
And don't stand there, Rob.
No, just right in front of the camera. Again,
What's that mate downstairs' his name called?
Fred. Yeah.
Fred played a bit of rugby, did he? Give him a nudge. Rob.
Oh, there we go.
Gave him the kettle prod. Yep.
Give him the old nudge.
Pretty fair start from Linda.
Yep, just sneaks in there for shot.
Been a good battle from the sisters. I don't know that anyone would have the upper hand. They've had sort of ends on one would play really well and the other end play really well. So pretty
Yeah,
fair.
it's hard to really tell them apart. They've both had their moments. I still feel like perhaps in terms of building heads, Estelle and Paul have had the slight advantage.
I think Rob got out of jail a couple of times. And
Yeah,
he did then.
Rob's definitely played the aggressor role to keep him and Linda in this match.
And he definitely got out of jail one other end where he killed it. Again, we played as Mike Galloway said, a low percentage shot and got away with it.
Yeah, not the
not
best
quite where we
there
wanted
from Linda.
Well, it was still, the weather's pretty settled still, folks, out there. You can see from those pictures the windsock's not doing too much of a dance around there at the top there. So, which is good for the players, to be fair.
Yeah, well, it'll be a nice bit of relief after the last couple of days where the conditions have been very testing.
And I can tell viewers that don't play, windburn is almost as bad as sunburn.
Oh, no, I think it's worse myself. But 23.2 degrees now. It's getting hotter.
23 is very accurate.
Break that down to a few more decimal places, I'm sure.
Good bowl here from Paul.
Yeah, great shot.
Good shot, Paul. He's played well coming this way. Really has. Got his green lovely. Too early for a drive?
Well, I don't know. We've seen stranger things.
Well, he's not shy, but that way.
Yeah, well, he's certainly on the hunt,
He's
isn't he?
definitely not shy. If he gets this wrong. Oh, the bowl fell down as he got to it.
That was a good bit of luck.
Oh, he scared the bowl and it fell over.
Oh, and you see the reaction straight away. It's
Ooh.
Oh no.
It's not a wrong bot. No, just high
No,
one Hanson.
no,
Just got it away really badly.
just a rough delivery. Another trip from the cattle prod there.
Yeah. Well, it's not the worst bowl on the rink.
No. It's you never know with those ones. They often can come in handy. And this doesn't look too bad from Rob either. He didn't sort of seem to like it out of the hand, but
A little quick maybe, that's all.
yeah, it's probably about the only thing wrong with it, to be fair. As we once again flash through our Bowls Auckland sponsorship partners. Taylor Bowles, Blue Water Community Trust, Mulcheck, Shade Systems, and our broadcast partners, WSL. Thank you all for your support.
Paul's
throughout
close
the
here.
year and weekend as we see Paul. Yeah, great bowl.
Actually, the crowd must be building because we can actually hear the crowd clapping from upstairs now. So, the crowd is definitely building out there.
Yeah. And of course, our major sponsors for this weekend and event, Jarden. Yeah, I look out across the green there. I see Homai have got a bit of a fan club. I believe they had another team playing in one of the lower divisions, so potentially they've lost their game, come up and chosen, or they might have won their game, I don't know. But they've completed their round. I see bowls bags next to, because they'll be playing up here if they won, won't they? So maybe they have won. But they've come up and they're supporting their fellow club mates. It's good to see.
All right, depends what Paul's weight like. If his weight's good, he's a good line.
We are probably
a very good bowl.
Yeah, great bowl, Paul. We are perhaps lacking a Royal Oak team in the final 8. We'd have a lot of rockets here.
They bring about 30.
Yeah, the bus would be down here in a heartbeat
Exactly.
if the Rockets were playing. Although, of course, a bit of local interest here with Howick and Paul.
Yep.
All the team, the volunteers, the members all watching on from inside.
Well, we think it's a good line.
Yep. It's a nice black line running straight through the back of a yellow shirt.
Yep.
And the bowl hasn't finished too badly either.
Still 2 to Paul. He's played really well playing this way.
Oh yeah, he's really led the charge, playing back towards the artificial green in this direction.
Rob's the immovable beast, isn't he?
And from one Carlton Cornwall back to another. As the ladies make their way to the mat. This is the 11th end of 14. And I'm just going to make a prediction and say that the final's probably not going to start at the scheduled time of 3 o'clock.
No.
So we are in for a late afternoon here at the Howick Bowling Club.
Good bowl, still very good.
Yeah, great bowl.
Leaves gaps, as you know. It's good to have gaps because it's if you get too close, you can get sat on and rested. And it's an interesting call from Rob on the backhand.
Yeah, it's a bit of it's one of those fishing shots.
All or
There's
nothing, really, isn't it?
plenty of room to draw there on the forehand. There's really no need to be playing weight into that head.
But ooh, 3 down.
3 down still. Look, I mean, it wasn't an impossible outcome.
No.
There was always an opportunity. She could have got the jack, sat the shot bowl through, but
Yep.
I still think percentage-wise, the open draw is still the nicer shot there.
Well, there's still plenty of gaps in there. That's the thing, Brendan. There's nothing's been set up and over that the ball won't go through if it contacts something. So yeah, she's out well. I don't think she's going around where Paul wandered around the back, to be fair, but
Yeah, she can sit that
she's gonna
blue
be
bowl out for
counting.
3 or 4 though. Wow.
yeah, she's
That's
counting. See,
come around
that's
to a good
it's a
spot.
good and a bad bowl. I mean,
Yeah.
what she's done there is she's closed that gap up, so there's no gap on the forehand now. Still going backhand. Okay.
Yeah, well, this is now the sensible shot. Trying to get down underneath the head there and trail the kitty around the corner for 2. Trick is to not overplay this shot. It is just a draw shot.
Now Rob's going to snooker us here.
She's not far away. She's made contact.
There must be a bowl back there we can't see because that white one is in the area. So there must have been another bowl there we didn't see. Wow. 10 all heading into the nitty-gritty stages now, folks. We have 3 ends to go. 10 all. Jack in the ditch.
As I look across the green, also, I see that rink 6 is wrapped up. So the game conceded at 16-3. Nick Thompson and Judy Smith over Catherine McCoey and James Forsyth in that Division 2 semi-final. So yeah, all square and 4 to play. Oh, sorry, 3 to play. Sorry, that's not.
That was a big turning point there from Linda Ralph. 3 down, 4 down, wasn't she? I think 4 down, and drags Jack round the corner for 1. Here we go. There's the scores, Brendan.
Yep. So yeah, Papakura and St Heliers still holding a narrow lead over the Auckland Bowling Club combination, 10-7. And from 9 all, Point Chevalier pick up a 2. Going to 11-9 after 13 ends. And
Last end.
As I look out on the last end, it does appear that Alex has got the shot. Lee has a couple of seconds. And he's really stalking that bowl he's playing at the moment. That's the last bowl of the game, in fact. And he's just a bit too wide, so it'll be a further 1 to Point Chev, and they'll take the victory in that match. So we'll see them back on the TV rink in the final a little later on. And as to who their opposition is, well, as we've said, all square here at 10 all after 11 ends.
It's well in the balance, this one, isn't it? So, a bit of unders and overs here from the two girls. One's quite a bit over and one's a little bit short. Good correction here from, with the boys, sorry.
Yeah, the boys, yeah.
The boys. Rob got the back bowler in early.
Yeah,
Probably
good.
not enough to shut it up for shot.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad track. Just needed to miss it, really, didn't he?
Yep. Right. Linda with their first bowl in hand. Looks a little brisk. Too bad though. Again, I think Estelle has to be mindful of the fact that she needs one of her first two bowls has got to be over the head, really.
Yeah, both ladies here with their first bowls just missing the green on that bank hand or that clubhouse side hand. That's
Might help. No, still one down, but still nothing. Again, this probably second bowl needs to be. You've got to probably sacrifice the next bowl to get a back bowl. I think really just one over the head.
well, this
It's a
would be
bit
another
over
back,
two, isn't it?
yeah, another back bowl here.
See, that's really where you'd want to. If Estelle get to the tee, I think that's where she needs to be.
Yeah, and you see that the foot indication there from Paul. If she drops short of that, she'll probably be the shot. But again, splitting those two bowls, as you said, Poppy, really prime position. Oh, giving a
Waving.
wave.
Hello. Well, I mean, that's,
yeah, she's in that right area,
exactly.
isn't she?
That's for me. That's as good as a not quite a toucher, but it's as good as you want to be. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a bowl over the head. Interesting what she does with the hand there, Brendan. When she lines up, you watch her with the bowl. Linda's got a sort of.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to pick on someone who probably wouldn't mind being picked on, Jo Edwards is quite common at doing that kind of thing. She, if you ever watch her very closely, she'll put her arm across her chest with her fingers sticking out just outside her shoulders, and she's putting her fingertips to her elbow just to make sure that her arm is clearing the hips, which is potentially what Linda's doing there, just sort of trying to find that line.
Well, she was off. I think the idea there was to try and come underneath and sit the blue bowl shot bowl out, which is not a bad plan, but probably just a little bit weighty, really, than what she probably needed.
Looked like she was a bit quick in her execution. Sort of had an idea in her mind and didn't take a second to sort of think through what she was going to do.
See that one?
Yeah, I see. I do notice it now.
She's on the high side, but it's coming home. Yeah, so I don't mind that shot of that Estelle's playing, but probably a metre off of weight just to give it an option of getting underneath onto the white one or getting through onto the blue shot. Yep, that's the shot. That's it. You got it. The white's the only option at the moment. Good weight for it, and finish in a good spot. So options for Paul, really?
So Rob Ashton with the first bowl.
Oh, not sure he likes it too much.
Yeah, looked a bit quick.
He chips his own ball and not going to, but yeah, well, look, he's not wasted there. To be honest, because if Paul gets underneath that white bowl and gets on Jack, that could be where it's going to go.
Yeah, he's in a good spot. It sort of seems like they're trying to sit that bowl out, so they're obviously one down. Paul and Estelle.
He's tight, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thank you.
So look, one's not doing too much damage, is it really, for either side at this stage with the 2 ends to go after this?
No, not particularly. It's it does just put a little bit more pressure on those last 2 ends, I suppose. But dropping one here.
Well, this could be interesting. This could be very interesting where he puts this. Ooh, wow. That could have been anything, that one.
Yeah, well, a little cut
Yeah,
of the
that-
jack.
yeah,
Would
cut
have
of the
been
jack
3 or
would have
4
been- yeah.
shots.
Not much reaction from Paul. It looks tight again, I think.
Yep, that's going to drop away. Might hang on for a piece of the white bowl, but nah. So that would suggest it's 1 to yellow or 1 to Carlton Cornwall.
So 2 ends to go in the semi-final. 11-10 to Carlton Cornwall over the Hickeys. And last game going, we are.
So Matt up a little bit, Jack down on the tee.
So this is a bit of a lengthy end from what we've been playing, Brendan, I think.
Yep, and all the other games on the rink have been completed, so we'll very shortly get you the final scores for those matches. You see Linda here with her opening bowl, just getting caught a little bit outside the edge of the rink, not wanting to turn back. There we are, the final scores in the other matches. 12-9 to Point Chevalier over Howick, which means we'll see Alex Reid and Jenny Stockford back on the TV rink playing in the final. Familiar territory for them, having been here, well, was it 3 years ago? In Division 2, Auckland Bowling Club concedes to Papakura and St Heliers 14-7. And then, as we mentioned before, Mount Albert and Manly convincingly defeating the Waihi Beach RSA / Onehunga District's composite side.
So Rob Ashton, the immovable Hulk, is we're pretty sure that it's 1 or 2 to Linda Ralph, but here we go. Thank you, Rob.
Need a bell on him or something, eh?
Yeah. We will invest in the kettle prod for the final if he's in the final.
Need to assign him a handler.
The first quarter were really good. But they were really good.
Yeah, no, they were awesome. Yeah, well, that's that back bowl that we talked about from Estelle.
Exactly.
One down, but still a fairly open head.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of space for both teams. As we look out over the bay, certainly a bit more overcast now than it was earlier in the day. Still very warm. However, the sun is now starting to duck a bit further around, creating a little bit of shade.
Again, a big thanks to WSL, the boys, Sean, Fred, Tu and Gus for their efforts today. And it's their Virgin appearance at the Bowls, I believe. Second, beg your pardon, sorry. So they're doing a great job for us today. Bit more fast pace for them tomorrow at the tennis. But yes, I'm sure they'll enjoy that nearly as much as they have done by hosting us at the Bowls.
So a couple of shots to the Carlton Cornwall side at the moment, holding the advantage on the scoreboard as well. The old text machine suggesting we need to invest in a dog collar.
A dog collar?
Yeah, we can zap Peter.
For Peter.
Rob, sorry.
Rob. Good shot here. Oh, is he getting there? Is he getting there? Great effort.
That would be second shot, I believe.
This is the way he's been playing the best, Peter, is this down here towards the road, or towards, I suppose, the artificials. You'd think that wasn't any good the way Rob's body language was. He's just going a bit. He's just got to improve his own. Paul just got to improve his own by a foot.
Well, he only needs a roll.
Yeah, getting to a good spot though, not bad. Happy days there, I think.
What I have liked is, whilst they've not always necessarily been the tightest of heads, there's always been opportunity for both sides. The combination of Paul and Estelle probably still, I think, had the better drawing consistency. However, the Carlton team have they've had back bowls and they've had opportunities.
They've played the more aggressive style of play, haven't they? The Carlton Cornwall team, the Linda and Rob. They've played the more aggressive style where you've hardly seen Paul and Estelle play any weighted shots.
No, and they haven't really needed to either. Oh,
No.
that's unfortunate there from Paul.
You know, again, if they only drop one here, 2 down last 10, not the worst, but obviously they'd like to get a shot, so at least be all square. Or actually, Rob's played a bowl with his hat on. Oh, no, he might have done.
He likes it. Needs to clear it.
No, it's still one. Well, look, there's no reason to change. He's played 3 down there, and he hasn't been far away in all 3
really
of them.
Got to
So.
get onto the other hand, though. Surely.
Well,
there's nothing on the backhand now.
Yeah, he's having a look. He's out the side there. He's hardly played a bowl down that side all game, is he? Really?
Well, no, he was playing that side of the green earlier. He was drawing very well on that inside hand. He's played so many good shots down there. But then just in the last 4 or 5 ends, he's been forced to play that little bit more reaching sort of draw, and he's opted to play those shots on the backhand in this direction. So it has been a few ends, but he's played that way very well. Just needs to find what he had half a dozen ends ago.
They'd have second and fourth there. So if he knocks his bowl out of the head, he's going to sit with only one more down, if you like.
I mean, I guess the benefit is you've got the ladies to play, so if you can get into the head and disturb it, it gives Estelle a chance to
He's
try
in
and
the
draw
area.
something.
He's in the area. Is he going to be unlucky or lucky? Neither.
Straight through the hole, I think.
Oh, well, it's still only one down, you would think.
Yeah, that definitely puts Estelle on the back
Well,
hand
that's
now, though.
on the forehand.
Oh, sorry, yeah, on the forehand,
She-
sorry.
That's the way she's been playing best too.
Yeah, you've got opportunities to trail that jack back for 3. You can sit the bowl for 1, possibly 2.
Mm.
Well, we have a unique opportunity here now, Simon, because as is the rules in the commentary booth, if you walk up into the commentary booth, you get handed a microphone.
We don't have a booth.
So it is my pleasure to hand the microphone over to the voice of bowls in New Zealand, Mr. Alex Reid, and perhaps we can ask him some of his thoughts leading into the final.
Good afternoon, Alex.
Good afternoon, Simon.
That was a surprise call-up.
It was, and what an introduction.
I know. Fantastic.
Perhaps an exaggeration there, but that's fine.
What a great shot. How was your game, Alex? It's tight towards the end, I believe.
Very stressful.
Yes?
Yeah.
It's not a word I've ever heard you mentioned.
Oh, you've known me long enough, Simon. Lee and Keith have played very well. So we were 1 up last end, 2 down on the crossover. I drew the shot and held on to it. So it was...
Nice. He was close with his last one. We
Very
looked at the
close,
window,
yeah.
but you only sit your bowl over a couple of times per shot, did he? Yes.
That's right. No, he played great bowls. It was a very good game and played in good spirit.
So this has been a great game. This has been a tight game. Estelle's got a chance here on her back end.
It's not far away. Just needs
She's,
to...
no, it's just going to swing. You don't want to hit that one. No, that's not ideal.
How have we been finding the stickers on the bowl, Simon?
Pretty good. I mean, actually, now that it was trickier before when it was really quite bright. Now this is not as bright. It's much better.
The bowls, yeah.
Yeah, much better. It was a little bit tricky really, but I mean it's not too bad here.
I'm pretty... Oh, they spelled my last name right. Well done, team.
I know.
I'm pretty sure the stickers are from the 2008 World Bowls Championships.
Wow.
If anyone is interested.
Yes.
Found them in a cardboard box.
So 2 shots here to the Carlton Cornwall duo, which will, if that state, or it might be 3 here.
Oh, what a lovely bowl.
Lovely bowl. I mean, this is huge here for Estelle. 4 down last end's not ideal if she can either get and sit onto. So, oh, you've got a look at that. You've even got a.
That's my job
wow,
title.
Indeed.
That's fantastic.
They didn't put my job title up, I see.
So 11-10
Yes.
in 13 ends. You'd be thinking of to score a 4 is what you're trying to say is challenging, isn't it?
100%. Yep. So they've got. Estelle. I mean, basically she's got to play down that same track, and he sits anything. Sits her pulls white bowl through. Sits on the back bowl of her sister.
Imagine if she went through. You see the bowl that sits at 12 o'clock.
Yep.
There's almost half a plant there if she's narrow, isn't it? Through.
We did
through
mention
the
you
jack
like the
back
plants.
to 7 o'clock. Nothing wrong with a good plant.
Palmers. Yeah, go to the Palmers Garden Centre. Yes.
Yeah.
Look,
Interesting.
it's but I suppose the way they play, the ladies play, they don't play the big shots, but they'll play a reaching shot, won't they? So, but to me, really, she's just
On the
drawing.
back end,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
just drawing. I mean, if she cuts down a 1, 2 down last end's good, isn't it? I mean, obviously getting that shot would be the best option, but
Yeah, achievable for
yeah.
sure.
Big thing is to give it a chance and see what the outcome is.
And the bowls are still used as hook at the end.
They
don't
do. They're
So
older bowls.
there's
You
a big
said they- yep.
chance.
Yep.
Oh, she looks like she line up on the forehand here, Simon.
No, surely not. No, she's got the little dots on the inside, so we're good.
Oh, good sign. So on the back end.
Yes. Here we go. Big bowl here.
On its way. Oh, she
Oh,
doesn't
no,
look
that's
very happy.
not sure about the body language. Well, as I say, they do hooks. You need a bit of help off that one, I think. She need a bit of
Outside
help with
half.
that one.
1, 2, 3 rolls
Well,
to
that
cut
helps.
it down.
Yeah. One shot. That's a very good result. So puts them in the hunt last end. 2 the difference last end. I bet you this score because I got in trouble last time not putting this down.
Scorecard. That's quite
Right.
impressive.
Well,
It's amazing the emotions the players go through, Simon, because for Rob and Linda, they're thinking, cool, we've got the game firmly in our grasp. If we can hold on to this, and now you have to start again from scratch, don't you?
Now it's
Well,
like, don't drop a 3.
Still
Don't drop
got
a
work
3.
to do.
Yeah. No, I got in trouble there because Mike Galloway came in for a guest spot and we didn't write the score down.
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. I was in trouble.
I'd blame Mike. He's not here to defend himself.
Yes, he was. Actually, on air, we gave him his 24th centre title, which is a new record in Auckland Centre.
Amazing.
For anybody, yeah. So they Auckland Centre had what's the word looking for? Adjusted the rules as to the
mixed
centre.
peers.
Yeah. So, oh, hello. We've got a glitch in the matrix.
Well, we'll just keep talking, Simon.
Yeah, so, there we go. So on air, it was good. He became the greatest centre title holder for Auckland.
Oh,
He was like, what? Oh, hey, it was good.
He's a special bowler.
A lovely guy.
Mike Galloway.
Yeah. 23 or 24 now here and 13 in Manawatu.
That's very impressive.
Oh, pretty good.
Thank you,
Considering he had a few years off with his kids were getting
That's
were
right,
little,
yeah.
he had quite a few years off as well, so.
Got essentially a perfect delivery. Mike
Yes.
Galloway.
Oh, yes.
If anyone's ever wondering what should a bowler
Look like
when
yeah.
they play it, Mike
Yeah.
is the answer to that question. As we see Rob on his forehand, I'll also apologise for standing in the way of the camera in the quarterfinal, which I did, and then realised what I was doing. It's actually harder than it looks.
It was mentioned that you, of all people, should be cognizant of where you're standing.
Oh, unbelievable.
We have had issue with Rob in this game. We do think we need a cattle prod.
I've long maintained, any viewers who've tuned into Bowls New Zealand broadcast, we talk about the Bowls New Zealand cattle prod that I think we
Yes.
should invest in. And
100%.
maybe we could go 50-50
shot.
with Bowls Auckland.
I think that's worth the crack.
a great bowl from
Yep.
Paul. So Paul, he's the greenkeeper, isn't
Paul's a greenkeeper here, yes. I mean, I was just saying to Brendan, I've never seen him play in person. He's played really well. He's played like he looks like he's very comfortable with the draw. That's his go-to shot is the draw bowl, which is not the worst scenario to have. But yeah, pretty steady, which is really good. The ladies have had I suppose an up and downhill sort of battle. No one's really I suppose dominating the other one. They've had patches where they've outplayed their sister, and the other patch where the sister played them. So
it must be an unusual feeling.
Yes,
family playing each
100%.
other.
Yes, it was. I can imagine.
So this is Linda here on the back end.
It was mentioned their mother's still alive.
Yes, and she skipped and won a Commonwealth Games gold medal winning fours team
For South Africa.
in 1990, whenever it was in Canada, 1990.
Wow.
1990 something.
Wow.
4.
For South Africa.
Pretorius.
Yes.
Yeah, for South Africa.
Pretorius, I don't know. Okay.
Yep. Or the last name, I can't recall.
Tell you
the
what,
first.
that's a nice breeze come through through there. What's it like is the wind getting up a bit down there?
Swirling, but nowhere near what it has been the last 2
No,
days.
I've heard a rumour.
The green's playing very nicely at Howick, although I keep not believing that it is quite as slow as it is. So I've fallen. You'll see, my first bowl's been short a lot, Simon, which has been a challenge for me. But that's just about believing your eyes.
Correct.
Nothing to do with the green.
Yeah. Yes, it's the hand telling the brain.
Yeah, let it go.
Yep.
Let it go, for God's sake.
Or so the other way around, to be fair.
So we've got Linda here on her backhand again, defending a 2-shot lead. Are they yellow stickers?
Okay, you're whispering, apparently.
I can talk louder. If you want me to.
You can hear me fine, but that better?
People don't usually ask me to talk louder.
Well, we heard that from Brendan. Brendan was talking to her, and I was quiet. I said, well, I'm subtle Simon, so.
Okay. Oh, well. It wouldn't be the first time someone's had me on mute for a bowls commentary.
Wasn't mentioned at all about Brendan. Okay, so we have one to the Hickeys, which obviously they need one more to force an extra end here, which probably it would be a fair
The way the game's gone.
fair description of the coming next end. Probably wouldn't be good for the time frame for our coverage, but it's hers.
Oh, lovely effort.
Yep.
Beautiful line.
over the back again. It's again they've had a few ends there. There's been no bowls past the head for the Hickey combination, which as you know in bowls, especially fours, is an issue because on a quick green the chances of the jack going back are fairly high. So just a matter of getting those positional bowls in the early and the end, really.
So we go, Linda on her backhand again. Such a consistent bowler, Linda Ralph.
Doesn't like it, does she? From that
It's a
look
commentator's
like
curse.
it. Yeah.
It's the straighter of the two hands. It might hold up here. Look at this from Linda Ralph. Oh, hasn't held on.
Fall out. Yeah, it's still one.
Do we
Still
think
a chance?
will we see a switch to the backhand here?
You'd hopefully, wouldn't you? You'd think that's be too difficult, wouldn't it? Surely the other hand.
Really struggled to see your way through for Estelle on,
would. Yeah,
on
exactly.
the forehand side. So you just aim for those two bowls.
So that's made the head quite awkward for the Hickey combination, really, isn't it? Because again, as you say, you can't be too forceful because you'll sail through, and you can't. The line is right through that bowl, so you don't want to be pushing it up and over.
Just taking her time. I may as well get the plug in as well if you're enjoying this coverage from the Jarden mixed pairs. We've got 8 days of coverage coming up from the 2nd to the 9th of
Have you,
January.
Alex?
Simon, 8 whole days broadcasting live from the Browns Bay Bowling Club, and that is a calamity from Estelle Hickey, who's cannoned
That was exactly
that short bowl, and
the
that
issue, unfortunately.
literally couldn't have gone worse.
Has opened up the head that side, to be fair, and there's a fair few bowls to go still, but yeah.
Anyway, 8 days of coverage.
8
We'll
days.
broadcast little bits and pieces from every event that's been played, plus
Excellent.
the 2 finals days. Usually it's 3 games a day, and we've got, I think, 2 of the days are 2 games per day. So there's plenty of bowls to be watching from the Browns Bay Bowling Club.
Very
live
good.
on Sky Sport 3 and also the Bowls New Zealand YouTube channel. Looking forward to the early mornings.
I bet you are.
I
And
am
having
looking
no days off for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I am looking forward to the pie shop, to be fair, as we see. That's a nice bowl. It's a little bit of salt into the wound. If it sits down, that's a bit easier, though, isn't it?
It
for
is.
the Hickey
You've
combination.
got to give it a chance. You've got to be there. Even if you move the jack, you've got to give it a chance and be there through that gap. You know what I mean? You've got this one right at the very back there. As a backstop's the wrong word, but you know what I mean, Alex. It's at least it could come into play if she's, because this hand, as you know, they all swing, but you know to get the line perfect to hold up to stay is going to be difficult.
Almost be thinking to yourself, we're okay to be 1 down to that bowl that sits at 6 o'clock with the yellow stickers on. It is still going around everything. This could be handy if it clean run. No. Oh,
I'm sure that was where she wanted to be. I don't know where the
bit of work
what
to
the plan
do.
was. What do you think the shot there, Alex?
I would say it's the Carlton Cornwall bowl that sat at 11 o'clock to the jack. But it might not be. It's hard to tell with the angles. I've not got any better at it over time. I mean, that white bowl's a level.
They all say the jack. They always say jack. There we go. Look.
Oh, beautiful.
Thanks from the WSL boys.
Thank
well
you,
done.
team.
Fantastic.
Looking forward to that event for sure. A lot of players. We had over 100 entries in this Jarden mixed pairs. I would imagine we're using it as a sort of a practice or a
We
run
did.
up to the Open
A
Nationals.
precursor to the event for sure. I mean, it's like anything, any athlete, and we are athletes to be fair, Alex, aren't we? We're athletes to a certain level.
Or we call bowlers athletes, yes.
Any lead up bowls is good lead up bowls, isn't it?
Oh, it's nice practice. Look at this here from Rob. He needs to be careful. Oh, why be careful when you can be perfect? What a shot. Now,
Right, that changes it.
Goodness, what do you do?
Well, he's got to rattle through the middle, doesn't he, and try and change things. He's got 2 bowls out the right hand side of the head as you look. I'd say one's no good. He'd have to play an absolute perfect bowl. No, he's on the forehand, so
Be attacking on
I'll
the
have to be,
forehand.
yep.
I quite like that call. His options to get some very good results on the forehand, but at the end of the day, you need the jack needs to move.
He's got to change something with this one, isn't it? That's one fly hanging around. He's got to change something with this one, Alex, hasn't he?
Yeah, and there's the that blue stickered bowl that sits at 7 o'clock to the jack. If
That's
you could,
for those colourblind people, that's purple.
the purple stickered bowl that sits at 7 o'clock to the jack.
Yes.
that would be helpful if
Yes,
that could be in that area of the head. If
Correct,
that was scouted, would be
100%.
good. So you
I
go
mean,
through the yellow sticker.
if he is playing through the front bunch, there's a chance that something will get onto the jack, isn't there?
Yeah.
But irrespective, he's got to change something because it's no good like it is.
Yeah, you're using your short bowl as a
Yep.
guide. Underneath that on the forehand,
Yep.
any weight you like.
Well, exactly. I mean, a kill's great too. You know, it's just it'd be hard to envisage getting onto the jack to kill it with the angles, but
Under
who knows?
pressure, sometimes it's easier to go quick. Well, as quick as you feel comfortable going.
Well, when he's changed his mind, Alex.
Oh, I'm not sure about this.
No,
call.
I don't know about this either. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Maybe we're trying to just drawing, is he?
It's a very
Yes,
brave bowl
it
here.
is. He had to change something, I think. Estelle, I think maybe Estelle might have talked him into that.
If he gets that one square, well, now that's the only scoring opportunity they've got is out that right of the head. So I think we'll see Rob cover that, won't we?
Well, you would think so. Look, Rob played one in there where with his first bowl he drove. He was playing two. So and then he drove with his second bowl.
I
And-
enjoy watching Rob
yes.
play bowls.
He's interesting, isn't he?
Yeah, I was talking to Dean off here. My understanding is he played a bit of Crown Green bowls in the UK.
Did before he came out. Yep.
Crown Green's a very aggressive. It's a very aggressive game, so I think that's probably pulled through into
Yep.
his outdoor bowls. But a great player to watch. He's always been mercurial. Is that a word?
And flamboyant.
Yeah, that's another word you could
Yes.
use. No,
Yes.
It's good to watch. Makes
Yeah.
it interesting. He's got a couple of national titles to his name. I think the peers with Peter Shane.
And one with Ray Boffa. Actually, 8 he told us with the interclub.
Oh, your Silver Star one? Yeah.
National, all those. Yeah. What did he say? He said 8, but they're not real ones or always that effect. And as suspected, Alex, he's
Yeah, that's
played that
a
pretty
reasonable bowl. He's
Yeah,
sort of covered the area. So Paul has to be through one of the short bowls. See if you can squeeze the jack out to the right. You need perfect connection.
Thank you, Linda. Good on you. You've got to talk yourself into playing the forehand. There we go. So he gets this right, Alex. He's got a chance. He can sit through the gap and get a bit of follow through. It's in the lap of the gods now.
The 2's enough for an extra end. It's on its way. Needs it to hold.
It's not going to.
I think it's gone.
So, Alex, there's your opposition. Just remind, when you're out there playing Rob, could you just remind Rob that the camera's right behind him,
I can.
Could
Yeah,
you?
yeah. I'll give it a go.
please. We'll give you a prodder.
I'll give it a go. Well, that's good. Thank you for having me in for the end of the commentary.
Fantastic.
Simon, I'll let you.
Thank you. Good luck for the final.
Thank
Get
you.
Brendan will come back and do some things. And all the best.
A pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Okay, that's the wash up 13-11. A great game of bowls between the two sisters, and Linda and Rob Ashton have transferred. Proceeded to the final 13-10 over Paul and Estelle Higgy, and they will play Alex Reed and Jenny Stocker, which we will have soonish.
Soonish. We're aiming for 3:20, so you've got just enough time to head to the bathroom, refresh up, grab a cup of tea.
Is that me or the viewers?
Well, that's everybody.
Okay.
And be back in time to watch what's going to be a thrilling final. We'll see you very shortly.
See you soon. Oh. Are we doing that?
Who you are never really changes. And it was clear who Ron Jarden would be. The Jardens, from Lower Hutt, were an average family who refused to be average. His mum was one of the best croquet players in the world, and his dad drove the fastest horse of the day. So no one was surprised when Ron set track records at school that stood for 50 years. Or when he bulked up at the lumberyard and earned a spot on the wing for Wellington. Or when he earned the famous black jersey, but after scoring 145 first-class tries, he retired at 26, never to play rugby again. Nothing average about that. He gave himself a year to learn stockbroking and started his own firm in the fitting room of a Wellington menswear store. And you know what? Jarden became New Zealand's leading investment and advisory firm. They help fund airports, power stations, iconic buildings, advising companies, governments and iwi, enabling homegrown brands to reach a global market. And now they help over 50,000 of us to navigate the highs and lows to reach our financial goals. Jarden helped Corrine and Mark invest and retire in Wanaka. And one day, they'll help the grandkids retire in Wanaka too. Because whether the future's about what matters most to you, or the next big thing, we're focused to deliver great outcomes for our clients. Whether they're the next Ron Jarden or anybody else who refuses to be average.